So, how'd you sleep?
About the usual. Few hours at best, and then continued working on things.
Did you intentionally turn off all the stuff that usually just has power saving on?
No.
Is there another fucking blackout on the row again that no one told us about? Did someone hit a transformer again?
I wouldn't fucking doubt it. Honestly.
Home then.
Yay.
Except this will probably be temporary.
Yeah, probably. How's Unity?
Powered off for now. At least in hibernation.
Well, hopefully the power shutting off and back on suddenly doesn't do anything weird to them if they're still connected to the charger.
As far as I know, her power, at least for keeping her power intact, it should be fine.
Fair enough.
Oh, let me guess.
Do
they keep all the ads running still?
I mean, doesn't look like anything's shut off right now. I mean, everyone's, even like the stuff that was shut off before looks like it's fine. Might literally just be there.
No idea.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see if anyone else has that.
In the box over.
I will pay you in advance. How does it feel potentially being the mascot of Row 32?
Morning.
Good morning. What the fuck did I just hear?
Who knows?
We turned him into a marketable plushie.
She's claiming I'm like the mascot of Row 32 because of the plushie in this shirt.
Well, I mean, you are the face of at least the people that think of whenever they think about guns. So, and that's one of our main exports of this area is firearms.
It's true.
I mean, at the very least, I could see you as one of the plushies of the row, you know?
Yeah, one of the mascots.
You could runner up.
You need to make more plushies of other people. More plushies of other people, please.
I think
Okay, we'll get one of Bo
at the
next.
minimum.
Bo or like
Morning.
a cool wyvern one with a logo on it and stuff.
Yeah,
I can
that'd
see
be
it.
cool.
I feel like you might be a
More than
little
one wyverns,
expensive to
though.
produce, though. They did a lot of little details.
Titus.
By the way, did either of you guys have any power flickers this morning?
Yeah.
I did
I didn't see
yesterday.
anything. Yeah, I had one yesterday, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a pattern of because it happened to us today.
Double as an Undercity plushie too.
Interesting.
Why is it so
I figured
localized?
Is it like? I don't know where to check that. I mean, I would check that. That sounds like something I could maybe look into, but I don't even know where I would.
Did it happen to you today?
Yes, like just a little bit ago.
Would you mind if I checked out your place, see if I might be able to find anything?
Come on in.
There's a Shimetsu one.
Convenient.
Everything's already back on from what I can tell, though, so it's at least passed, but probably the
Do you have,
easiest.
like a main breaker or anything?
If I had to hazard a guess, probably like this thing here.
Yeah, it's either that or that.
Yeah.
Let me see what I can find out.
Go
The readings
for
I
it.
have on these things are pretty simple, but I might be able to figure something out.
Might as well. If there's any trace of where the drop came from, that would at least be a helpful sign. Especially if there's a pattern of it at this point.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's just local. Could be maintenance.
I don't know. Because it... Hello?
Did you hear that?
Oh. Ah. Hopefully the power flicker didn't do anything weird to your power banks. Yeah, they were powered off in the corner charging. Oh, okay, good. Well, don't mind us. We're just trying to see if we can get a little bit of insight to what caused a power drop a little bit ago, especially since it seems there's a bit of pattern of that happening in various places over the course of this past week. The others have already... Apparently not. But everyone else has already gone about. I believe they might still be congregated directly outside if you want to look for Marceline or be my guest.
I'm gonna do this over here. So I don't know exactly where the point would be where I can access this, but we've been kind of in character noticing the pattern of the blackouts.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I might be able to find like a meter or anything like that that might be able to give me.
I figured this is probably the best example of a breaker for like this unit.
Breaker, a meter, something like that.
All right. I guess what would this be? This would be some sort of Mechanica is probably your best bet.
I do have mechanical one. If I can even just get basic information.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Give me just a moment here. And I'm assuming Maya is going to be assisting with this rather than just...
Well, I don't have any Mechanica, but I can at least help them because I do have access to the unit. This is my place, so in that capacity, they're not like trying to illegally enter something that I don't want them to.
So at the very least, we'll call that a circumstantial rather than an assist. Okay. So
works for me.
All right.
Boop, boop, boop.
This shouldn't. Well, okay. You'll get different levels of information depending, but let's see.
Just roll 2 6s right now.
If only.
All right. So
The answer to everything.
The big thing that you're getting is that this doesn't seem like it's an issue with this breaker. This seems more like every now and then there is just the local grid itself is getting just isn't sending as much to all the places that you would expect it to be sending to, you know, like a place like this. It looks like every now and then there's just more strain than you would expect. It doesn't look like lack of power. It more just looks like power that's been metered isn't enough for some reason.
Okay, so we're getting brownouts. Okay.
Yep.
Right. That works very well. Thank you very much.
Happy to help.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
It doesn't seem to be localized. It just seems like at least on this end, it's just a brownout. You're not getting enough power. The grid might be too strained.
This has never been
Causing
an...
that.
Okay, so this has never been an issue in the past, and that was with the Undercity tapping into our grid, because a lot of their power came from here. until the Union cut that power, and they did that. They made a whole big deal about it. So, if anything, we should have more power than available.
Right.
So what's pulling on it so hard?
That is a good question. Something that's drawing more power than the Undercity. I mean, I know they're not the most, like, that they're pretty analog in most things, but they still had plenty of technology when I was down there.
Oh, I've seen some of the places down there. It's an appreciable amount of power that should be saved, and they're not only using up that, but going in excess.
You know, maybe I'll try to schmooze up a coach or somebody at the bank, see if I can get access to the general readings for the area.
That would be helpful. In fact, I'd be more than willing to go with you on that if I'm not preoccupied.
Sure.
Because at this point, there's a bit of a pattern here, and if there's something that's pulling on it that nobody, if even they don't know, then that solidly falls into my purview all of a sudden.
Right. Oh, by the way, speaking of your purview, if you have a moment, here, let me lower my voice.
Sure.
I gave some thought about what we were talking about yesterday. First
Right.
things first.
The shrine
I don't think that
idea.
The subway's going to be. Yeah, the subway's not going to be an option. They've started construction down there.
Got it. So pretty much the
is
places that
definitely-
have been left relatively untouched.
I came upon an idea,
Okay.
which it would be a little difficult, and I don't know how hidden it would be, but it would be maybe a little more protected. I was trying to think of what would be a good place to put a fire shrine, and the first thought goes to the incinerator, right?
But
that's
everyone
just
kind
out in the
of
open.
everyone walks past that a lot too.
Right. I talked to my friend Suhan. He runs the forge. He is magical himself, actually.
Yes, we've
he,
spoken. I know
right.
who they are.
I was wondering. I haven't told him this part yet, but he has offered to help at my request in the construction of the shrines. And I was thinking, I wonder if he'd be open to maybe hosting the fire shrine in his forge.
For all we know, that they could very well even potentially lend a boon to that. The forge isn't inherently a technological construct. It's more of something that's just a physical tool aided with a little bit of technology. They could honestly help them out in their own business, so it'd be a bit of a win-win for him too.
It could, and you know, maybe putting these things in. I mean, of course, they're like things like an incinerator are, how to put it, artificial. But putting it more into things that fit with the row, maybe it'll help the spirits acclimate.
Are more of a natural nexus, and if anything, if permitting, trying to at least get them in such a way where people are less offended by their presence.
Yeah. Try and get people.
Will that
see the
be
zone
a guarantee? Probably not. But it's at least worth a shot. I haven't made enough headway just yet on the exact nature of how to make a structure behave as a shrine, as this would almost certainly fall into the range of artificial creation of them, as opposed to the, let's say, natural formation, whatever the good term should be. But I might do a little bit of thinking on that today to see if there's a idea that comes to mind based off some of the other things I've been working on the side. May not have an immediate answer today, maybe not even tomorrow. I do have a couple of things that I'm self-tasked or being asked from external sources to help with, but I might be able to do a little bit to see what can be done there, and especially if they're in on it too, and there's now 3 of us that are willing to collaborate, I think we could probably make something happen.
Right. I'm I'm considering going to talk to some other individuals that I at least have an acquaintance with.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted your opinion first. I know that generally corps aren't favored in the row for good reason, and I'm not a big fan of them myself, but I do know that perhaps Masaru might be a good
I mean,
ally resource.
one of the wyverns is also a Masaru employee. If you've met Ashlyn,
Right, right.
my wife's older sister, they'd be good. Honestly, I've had dealings with them for a number of reasons that I'm not going to go into great detail on. But I can at least say with this current group of them, the ones that they've moved into the Heights, they seem to be decently reliable enough and know when to not overextend. As far as I've seen, they have not forced themselves into situations where they are otherwise not needed or welcome. You know, like the whole Undercity incident a year or so ago.
Right. Well, I hope that turns out to be the case. I have
If
tried
you
to work
are,
with them before.
it's either Ashlyn or, honestly, I've had some pretty decent experience and talks with Jericho. If
Which
you
one is
know.
Jericho?
The avian man.
Oh, yes, yeah, I've met him.
He is a bit of
I
a,
think they'd be able to help with this.
he's a bit of a relic guy. He knows his way around stuff with that, and, well, between them and Ashlyn's tendency to seem to be very willing to look for sources of information from potentially dangerous locations, you could probably get something from them, and if anything, they might be a bit sympathetic on the matter because they're certainly invested in wanting to have magic have a good image. Considering it is their entire brand.
Right. Normalize magic in the row means more customers, right?
Precisely.
And if magic can flourish in one of the most violent rows in the city, then, well, kind of a testament, right?
Testament that things can work out, yes, but that'd be where I'd start if I were going to talk to them.
If I have some time later, I'll go seek them out. I know they've been a little elusive when I've been trying to find them before, but...
Things have been hectic in the Heights from what I can understand, but...
Oh, yeah.
It might be a little bit more calm today, at least on their docket. From what little of their communications I have insight to.
Alright. I'll make that my prerogative then.
Alright.
And good luck on your end. I'll let you know if I find out anything.
Regardless of whether or not I find the answer or someone else, I am certainly probably the most magically advanced person when it comes to creating things in the row, and I am more than happy to leverage that. And if we need to outsource, well, I know a couple people. Alright. I'm gonna go see about those other matters.
Alright. I'm going to go see about some breakfast, so...
And if you, and if you end up going towards the bank for that investigation or whatever, if you don't find me, hop on Radio 28 and see if I'm around.
Sure. I'll let you know if the bank happens to open at any point today.
That is always the question.
Excuse me?
I don't know. What's up?
Doing it again.
Good morning, everyone.
Well, it depends on what the talk is. What are we talking about?
Morning.
Morning. Oh, by the way, got a little bit of insight into the whole power drop situation with their help after they came in and checked the meter and breaker inside the unit. It's not a matter of it dropping out on a local basis. It seems that it's some kind of just brownout situation, which makes very little sense considering we've never had problems with that before when we had the entirety of the Undercity siphoning off of our grid in the past.
Where can I find my wyvern?
In a dark alley, you guess which one.
I bet.
But, despite them having more power available to use, something on the grid is pulling more than what's being allotted, and it's what's been causing all these weird power drops periodically. And I am starting to get a bit curious as to where that extra source is coming from, because it's enough to offset the gains they got from the Undercity no longer drawing on the grid. And I know they fixed that transformer, so I imagine it's on the fritz, otherwise we've been seeing the Union all over the place trying to fix it. In theory.
I wonder if I could track. If they're dragging our power, I don't know how I could look into tracking that, because I don't know.
Well, there's one option that might be available if the bank opens today, and that's if we can get one of them to grant permissions to be able to effectively look at the overall distribution and usage and see if there's any abnormalities that don't make sense for the locations in question. That was what I was going to try to do later if I can find any of them, as both myself
well, I know
and
Timothy, so I could always, talk to him.
You are more than welcome to help in this matter, because at this point, with the patterns starting to come up, it's starting to fall within my purview. So, it's relatively important that there's at least an explanation for it, because if there's something drawing this much from it, I highly doubt it's something that is good. Especially if no one knows about it.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, keep me in the loop. I'd be more than happy to help out however I can.
Excellent. There may or may not be a call over our local comms with the one who's helping me with that, if they see the person. I'll be sure to grab you.
Radio.
Yeah, I'll be sure to grab you if I don't see you at the time.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's it right up ahead.
Marceline to all wyverns, we are going to be having a meeting in the base. If you would wish to join us.
Talk about the difference between males and females.
She's the crazy aunt. She's not
You're the crazy aunt. Oh, the crazy aunt. Is she also the aunt with like a million cats?
She has a lot of wine.
It's not worth it, it's not worth it, it's not worth it, it's not worth it. Don't ask.
here.
Well, did you have the context as to what the fuck you were getting into? That's the thing.
Yeah, I did.
Hello, it's me.
You gotta remember, I was born into Valkyrie, and my existence
I came here
was
because my mom
being
told
assigned
me,
here.
you know,
And then I managed to
I should,
escape that corporate
in
bullshit.
her words, you know, find my own.
And then I willingly came back
basically,
here
like,
because
find
this is
out
home.
what's, you know, what's for
Wyvern
me
leader.
out there.
Yeah.
I'd take some nomadic shoes in your shoes. I wouldn't come here.
Just because I've been having issues with losing my voice in here periodically, you can hear me,
To
right?
be fair as well. At that point,
Good.
I got with her.
Yeah, and now,
So I willingly came back because I didn't want.
now we are.
I didn't want to leave that.
I guess a dynamic duo.
Should've. Would've saved you a lot of headache.
Eh, the headache's worth it.
Fair enough.
Hi, Unity.
Everybody else should be in UC or
I was gonna say, I believe this is everyone who's local. Or in the area.
I'm glad.
Wow. Good morning, Wyverns. Hi.
Sup.
I have, I think, one or two things to actually talk about. He's got the rest.
I got a couple. Nothing major.
Oh, goody.
Fun. Mainly the thing that I want to actually say is welcoming these two in fully.
Okay, so we are making this official. Got it. Cool.
So we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do that for Unity for obvious reasons, but I have some ideas.
Probably to be safe, I think we might want to wait till at least after the new chassis and everything is all squared out.
The new chassis can be registered differently. So, absolutely do it at that point.
You're seriously a wyvern.
Speaking of new chassis and whatnot, that will be hopefully done today. And for the rest of us, apologies for just outing you, they have awoken. If you don't know what that means, where have you been? It's a pretty common term.
You'd be surprised as to how many people misinterpret that as other things. So it's not as common knowledge as people think it is.
It's just common to me because I've been around it my entire life.
Well, yeah.
Same.
Well, I haven't. So.
Oh, then allow me to explain.
Trust me, I'm still figuring.
An awakening with a synth is the equivalent of them gaining full sentience. They, in everything except having a soul, they are literally an individual. They are a person. They understand. They have feelings. They are.
It's confusing as can be.
Yeah,
It is a thing that can happen.
Welcome to having sentience. Sometimes it sucks.
Registered under Orin, I think.
Imagine that you probably.
Every time I go to my process trying to process things, I keep seeing an error pop up.
Now,
Very annoying.
now I will say, do keep in mind that this is information that is being told to you all. This is not information that should get out, especially towards the corporates. Because a lot of them, the moment they hear that word, will reset the synth immediately. Trying to keep that from happening because they don't want to have to deal with the rights of synths and other things. They don't like that whole side of things.
Yeah.
Safe to say, probably not taking you to the heights today.
I wouldn't.
Not with that chassis.
Not with that chassis for sure. But
Definitely.
Also, if you're gonna start being like fucking sentient, you're gonna have to learn how to fake not being sentient, which I'm sure is its own can of worms. So have fun with that.
to be
Don't worry,
fair,
I'm good at faking things.
to
I can
be
do
fair, with what your original directive and designation was, you're an entertainment bot, you sort of can cheat that. It's all entertainment protocol to seem like you're more aware. You can always pass that off.
think
Human-like
flounder, but tone it
programming,
down
yeah,
by
I'll
at
fuck
least
with that.
75%.
I was gonna say flounder, but far less annoying.
Down to my systems. Watch
Yeah,
Ellie hack
don't
the
run around with a
simulation
piano.
as he hacks.
But that is mainly it out of me.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm gonna have to do is you and I are gonna drum up a contract with Central to have Unity registered under you as owner. I'm gonna say for that we're probably gonna have Unity written out as a Marceline custom ground up. Especially with the new chassis, that's gonna be the one that gets us the least sideways glances, but Central's not going to dig into it. They don't really care about things like this as far as I'm aware. It's
Fair
a
enough.
synthetic. It doesn't need to be more than that. Not to them.
They're usually pretty good about not digging when it's not necessary.
Raise your hand if you know who Professor Pine is.
Unfortunate.
What did he do
For
now?
those who don't, he's a crazy fucking doctor who works in the shop that is across from Marceline's old shop.
What used to be the second hand.
Now,
Yes.
yes.
He can teleport against his will, and he teleported somewhere kind of fucking interesting, apparently. Because when he came back shit scared, he talked to me about it a little bit. He said he saw like a big ass mushroom, and it looked like he was maybe somewhere in an underground area. He didn't really have a lot of details for me at the time. If I can run into him later, or if anybody can run into him later, please try to get an interview out of him, like as much detail as possible on what he saw. We might maybe sort of try to insert ourselves in as escort detail for him going down there because he wants to go down there. If that happens, I will.
Wouldn't that
see who
require
interested,
him knowing
but-
how to get there without teleporting?
Well, we're gonna. If it's underground, our best bet is somewhere in the sewers. So we're gonna probably be looking around down there to try to figure it out. Which is why I'm gonna need you and Lilith specifically.
I mean, if it's mushrooms, I almost have a
that little field trip.
pretty high guarantee of where the easiest place to try would be.
So do I.
The tunnel we... No. There's a tunnel that's been, for lack of a better word, and to use what other people say, infested with these mushrooms, but not seemingly from the same source.
Increase in gang activity is linked to a network of sewage tunnels.
I call it...
I'm pretty sure this is an
I call it the garden, because it's pretty much the only thing I can think of.
Going into this row. Alternatively, Steel Wings are using mixed tactics right now, and there's a very real possibility that they are using that as one of their fronts, or the Shadow Wyverns might have figured out a way to go through there, considering we didn't see where they ended up after we cleared out their hangar. So
I do want to...
possibility that like all of our problems are localized in that area, and that area probably has a pretty high likelihood of having some involvement with all this magic stuff going on in the row. Right?
I also do want to bring up something... Now, granted, if this is magic, I don't know how to immediately relate, but... I believe a couple of people in here have been affected periodically by those random just power drops over the past week.
Yeah.
I got a bit of a interesting bit of insight on that, and that doesn't seem to be anything wrong with anyone's local equipment or anything, but it's a brownout from overconsumption of power on the grid, which, considering we just recently evicted the Undercity from the power grid here, they should have far more than they used to work with. We never had this problem in the past when the Undercity was on there. And if there was still problems with that transformer that got damaged, they would have been swarming this place with Union engineers trying to fix it. Which means there's something that is pulling power that is enough to exceed the savings of the entire Undercity and then some.
Okay.
And I intend to try to see if I can take myself and Iena, as well as someone who helped look into this inside of our unit, because we were affected this morning by it. and see if we can't convince the bank to allow us to look at the distribution grid logs and try to find from where approximately that overdraw is coming from. Because if it happens to align with this, well, new area that I guess has popped up, that might become a very high point of interest to look into for not only myself, but basically all of us here, probably.
Okay.
With this strange weather phenomenon we've had the past few, I think it might be bad for this?
I mean,
As well? It could be another
potentially.
possibility.
I couldn't get anything on the wind nonsense yesterday, and it seems to have died down today, so I can't get any good readings on it today. Are you feeling... Are you recovered after all that, by the way?
Yeah, every good first aid kit comes with an E-stem, so you can apply it to hurt areas, and it does take a little while longer, but it does usually get you back on your feet.
Alright, cool.
I actually have one more thing, now that I thought about it. Me and A-Rod caught a handful of the good doctors peddling drugs yesterday.
Yeah.
And they seemed very eager, without knowing who I was, to peddle harder substances.
Yeah.
A lot more addictive and deadly substances.
I warned
So
her that
keep
she
an eye out
needs
for
to
that as
make a
well.
move on that rebuttal to the contract at this point.
I'm finalizing it up. Like, I have no problem with them selling legal stuff here, but the moment it's harmful illegal shit, that's a problem.
They were very interested in the illegal stuff.
Well, of course, it makes them
Illegal
reliant.
are separate. Sometimes.
I would specify that it needs to be specific, harmful, legal or not, because they're using that to get their hooks into people so that they basically become dependent on them. It doesn't matter if it's legal, it's a matter of safety.
Though do note that some of them are also really stupid. Because they took a blank cred chip without even asking. No second thoughts. Nothing on it. So, also keep that in mind.
Nobody invited me to this party.
You weren't in the area when the call went out.
Hi.
I don't recognize you.
That's my +1. Yeah, apparently her +1 for this.
Welcome.
Are...
Warren.
Oh, is this the... Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
Considering
Okay.
we've just about wrapped up the meeting, to my knowledge.
One more thing I've got.
Technically two
One
more
more,
things. Now
two
that you're
things.
here, I should probably
Understood.
bring up the other things. So,
Fantastic. Apologies.
real quick note.
You might have to stand outside.
No, you're
See,
good
I
for now.
told you this was
You're
gonna happen.
actually,
Oh,
you're
okay,
actually
wow.
fine.
See,
Okay.
Ashton, I told you I was
Holy
about to be a
shit,
lost
they have a
puppy.
microwave.
You've known this for
No,
I kind of want to throw a bunch of
never see
this
it,
on
'cause
you.
I always
Come here
walk
now.
right past
Do not.
Don't put tea inside of it, I will punch you.
If you put keys in there, you'll cause a fire, and that's not a good look.
Don't turn it into a microwave.
We can't get insurance from that. That doesn't pay out to
Promise I
us.
won't.
No insurance problem.
Anyways, before we get lost in the sauce topic.
Can I give it to
If you didn't know, this one here,
Yes.
this one here is a wyvern. Has been a wyvern for technically longer than me, at least in
I
this
know.
district.
Yes.
Technically,
it
the dangerous.
behooves her to not really be known for that. It's not a big deal if people find out, but it helps her for people to not. So we don't really talk about it a whole lot. Try to maintain that, but we have our own self-imposed neutrality clauses when it comes to corporations, people who are directly employed by corporations or corporate affiliated entities. She is also an agent of Crow now. She is also Masaru. So, that means we have two neutrality clauses. We don't take contracts from Crow. We don't take contracts from Masaru. That's to maintain neutrality. So if Crow wants to work with any of you, they need to pay you as individual freelancers, not as wyverns. They cannot hire us for shit, and they can't make you sign a contract either way. You will sign nothing. What we have with them is a non-aggression clause. We have similar goals. This means that to meet these similar goals, we share information. That is as far as our work with Crow goes. If shit hits the fan and they need an extra gun to help innocent people, feel free, but you're not obligated to if they don't pay you. Yes.
What's Crow?
I'll let you explain that one. They're your guys.
It's like us, but corporate.
I believe it stands for the Corporate Response Organization or something. Operations. Basically,
Peacekeeping force.
Anti-terrorism is the easiest way to
I
go.
thought the answer to the board.
Doesn't the board? Yeah. Look, to me, it's all the same. Honestly,
Potato.
Board. Fuck yeah. Corpo.
I thought it was like a fun. I thought it was a little group run by.
Is that different? I thought
G was
her
friend
part of the
Jericho.
Is that just separate?
G was under the board.
Bird dude.
No,
Okay.
they're another Masaru employee.
I figured.
No, the one who's the spokesperson is I've seen is Slime Joe Slimer.
Okay. Well, that I knew.
Oh.
They were the one who talked to me about it.
Yeah, Stargust like rip some dude's arm off.
You got stabbed recently, didn't you?
I did.
So, you want to give a loose description of the kind of synthetic? Oh, you have recordings. That's even better.
That's true. Unity was there.
That is even better.
Oh, cool. Okay, well then we can get detailed descriptions of the synthetics that we are looking for. Yeah,
basically.
And I believe we're being asked to
blue and
incapacitate,
gray.
not destroy. So,
Luckily
Yeah,
enough, I also have a meeting with Vaughn later today about those.
okay.
I can at least provide you at least the last detail for them. They were last seen in the Undercity for the most part, but that's 2 days old information.
I heard they dispersed throughout all the districts after that. I heard that yesterday.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Kind of everywhere now.
from what Ari mentioned to myself and Vaughn when we were heading to the Undercity yesterday, that 2 more had shown up yesterday. One was dealt with, but the other one fled. But they weren't able to figure out exactly where they went to. So there's more than likely just one roaming around.
Alright, don't get stabbed.
Yeah.
Don't be
I
like
generally
me.
try to
Damn.
avoid it.
It's not on my to-do list.
I like my
On that
organs on the
note,
inside.
last thing I've got. We are just about ready to move on to the situation regarding our funky little Ajaxian armor thieves for Bade. My armor is ready. It is in working order. It is good to go, which means the bait is ready to be set. Now, seeing as I am a known Wyvern member, me walking around trying to patsy sell off my own armor doesn't work, but we have a brand new, not necessarily known about member who can pose as our wonderful salesperson. So, the plan is, at least on our end, there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of people who are working on this at once. That one's going to pose as our salesperson for me wearing the armor as just a grunt showing it off, bodyguard using it. We're going to try to sell it in hopes that we draw the same people responsible for stealing Bade's armor out, whether to buy it or try to fuck us over and ambush us and steal it. Ideally, we set up some sort of meeting in a position where we can establish an ambushing position for ourselves. That might be in the next couple of days, if so.
I'm working on getting access to whatever place they've been fencing that. I have an idea of how to do that, but I probably will not be able to immediately move on it until later today.
What if I told you we already have access and you can talk to somebody about that and they should be able to help you?
Which person would that be?
You can talk to a coworker of Vienna's.
Gotcha.
Speaking of fenced off places, you know how when you get off the train to the Heights and you look to your right, there's that gated door? It was open today. Yeah. There's like a wrecked shop in there, but then there's a door after it and there's a broken elevator.
Oh shit, okay. You think something's down
I mean, it's an elevator. It's
I
broken.
know a few people who've been trying to get under Union. I don't really know why, but everybody and their mother wants to get underground there.
Makes sense.
It might be more.
It's something new and exciting for
I said,
people.
it's a whole network of sewers down there, and all this stuff might be connected through that. So that's an angle we could push.
The brightest my ass.
Yeah.
I mean, polished
So,
enough it
before
probably
we
could be.
are-
Never mind.
Before we're ready to fully move on that, I need help sourcing trackers. I need digital and preferably physical trackers put in the armor and the helmet. I would like multiples and multiple hardpoints. That way, if they do manage to steal the armor from me, we have backup plans to directly source that and maybe follow a trail. Rather than lose 2 suits of armor, which would kind of fucking suck.
Me and my coworker would be very good to help with that also.
Cool.
We can work together on that.
Hell, we could even add in an extra layer and make it. I could probably do magical.
I would. I don't know if that's gonna work. Armor's pretty heavy in the tech department, but we can find out.
If you put simply put, possible idea. If they need it to be perfectly pristinely clean on a physical sense, then perhaps not. But if you stole it and there was a bit of a scuffle, if someone happened to have bled on it, I can use that.
Okay.
Probably soak blood into like the soul of it. I doubt they check that.
Probably.
You
It's
have
not-
padding in there?
It's not the first time I've done something like that.
I can do a blood draw on you as soon as you need me to. We can get some vials of your blood.
Okay. We will see. We'll make it happen. A couple of days, ideally, we'll have something proper concrete about a meeting day set up. We're gonna need to try to get in contact with these people first, and right now that seems to be the hard part for the people that we have working on the background on that.
Well, it works for me because that gives me time to get my armor back from the wasteland.
Under repair there, or what?
I had Crunch do some, add some plating to it.
Okay.
I feel having a clown face in your armor.
I mean, if you need any more materials, Oren, let me know. I can gather about anything you need.
Trust me, I'm still trying to get that alarm working.
Yes, for both anything botany or even scrap related, and even in the crystals.
I run a prosthetics and synthetic shop. I will probably be in contact about business with you then. I'm always in the need for a lot of stuff.
I don't know if it's a factor, but as far as selling, I don't know how we're going about doing that, but do you think having a brand new account coming out of nowhere selling Ajaxian armor is suspicious?
I think most of what is happening on that site is suspicious.
I mean, to be fair,
I'm saying like from our.
Oh yeah, no, it's way too coincidental. They're going to expect that this is a patsy, but that's exactly what I'm banking on. Yeah,
Is there a way
potentially
to maybe
add some history to the account potentially.
I was gonna say bot reviews or lovingly, respectfully, maybe steal someone's account and just kind of like fix up that one.
What if we already have an account in question? Then I still might be able to have a meeting that I need to attend.
We
but
don't necessarily have an account. This person wants to keep theirs for their own personal needs, and
well, if they can get me the information, I could still potentially use that as an in with the one I need to talk to about getting stuff arranged. But that will probably be more of a you and me conversation when we're done with this. Then
I could just forge something convincing enough.
I don't know if you can fake an entire account with history on a black market website.
Probably not with history, but I could probably fake an account enough.
Okay, well, we'll see. We gotta.
We have
explore
avenues.
options on access.
Yeah.
I think we could potentially, worst case scenario, if it's vital,
Make a history.
if we can find an account that is potentially inactive and get into it and then just revive it to some extent, that would be better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, regardless, I need the insight onto the actual place that this fencing network is on, and then I can work from there. But I think we're starting to talk a bit in circles on the matter, so unless someone has something new to add, I think we move on from that for now.
That's all I got. Crow does want to try to put together. They've got their own beef with the Steel Wings after the job they went on regarding that. They want to put together a small joint operation next time they see any of them, so they can try to pick up some stuff on how to deal with them from us. So I'm not entirely against that, and that's still within our neutrality.
I mean, it serves our personal interests.
Practice. If you own a gun, fucking start. Get some range time in. Do whatever you gotta do. If you're a melee fighter, get a spar or two in. Very real possibility we're gonna need it very soon, especially because Wasteland is still in a holding pattern waiting for these fucking bandits to show up. And I expect Sheriff Mercury, and if not them, Felix, are gonna call upon us to come help when shit hits the fan down there. They fully expect these bandits to just pull up to the gate one of these days. And they will need hands when that happens.
You can talk to Grapple about getting access to the arena if you want to use the holograms to go full hog with your practice, including practicing magic with each other without actually having to kill each other. If he's confused, we're very, very close. If you tell him that I said it was okay, you should have no issues. I don't think he'd say no otherwise, but, you know.
Yeah. He also may be able to flash that I'm quote-unquote his daughter. He really believes that I am his favorite daughter. I really don't understand it, but...
We're best friends.
Yeah.
Are you Marceline's aunt?
No, stop that right now. Do not.
Do not continue that.
At what point does this make me my own grandpa?
We'll get there.
Ashlyn,
I'm stopping this conversation right now. Stop it.
You really need to.
If I
Give me a reason.
heavy combat, I will
Even you.
Marcy, I'll start working on the plan to make it possible.
Barely anything.
I'm gonna talk to Riggs for you, but in the meantime,
You're not exempt.
Rifles. If shit really hits the fan, I'll leave my Merc rifle in here, and you can just scoop it up if you need it.
We do.
Make sure you drop
I
it
assume
off.
that's why you're here.
I can get some chips together also for everyone to have on hand for a quick fix for those with cybernetics and of synth make.
Do you want the same paint job, the whole gold and blue?
Fortuna could also maybe make gadgets if we need shield grenades and things like that. Like
Shield grenades would be phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to get my hands on those for weeks.
I think she can make them.
So you might want
I
to
need to double check.
Marceline know because that way.
Personally, I wouldn't recommend it because it ties you pretty heavily back to your
It does.
past life, and I don't think you want that.
I've tagged a bunch of the walls around the row so I can get you suited up with whatever colors you're looking for.
I mean, you can have like a little bit of an accent to it, yeah, but I wouldn't make it your primary.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on.
Oh, no, I can tell. I have to go down.
You're asking if I can
In a
illusion
bit.
you up
When you
as
see.
the blue and gold?
Don't worry. Oh, okay.
Do you want
Do you know
somebody
how
to come
long I'd
with
had
you
to
this
hold that
time so you don't
illusion
get fucking stabbed?
I mean,
I mean,
it's
last time I
like
won, it
4
wasn't-
of
well,
us.
Then no,
and
so it's not like I can do
we're
it
all
all
kind of
blown up.
strapped.
That was the time before.
I mean,
This time was
It
fine.
had to be like
If you
within
want to.
arm's distance, basically, the
We
whole
could take
time.
you.
Okay.
if you're going for a new
might
chassis, why not have the
some
trim
time.
be
When you
made
going? You going
of
right
high
away,
strength
or
Like
LEDs
soonish.
and make it so you can
Yeah, it's
just
supposed
put
to be
in a
roughly
hex
around
code
this
for whatever color you
time,
want to be the
actually.
trim that day.
okay?
Just choose a primary
Yeah.
body color and then have the trim be whatever you want it to be.
Roughly 5 minutes.
Might
Yes.
be better
Give or take
off.
ish. Yes. With
Might
some
be better off
leeway
seeing if you can
because
fish any of them.
It's up to you, Ashlyn. I think
Yeah, as long as I don't have to worry about
if you take or
I don't
not does
know.
not change anything.
I don't know. Is Maya up for an Acropolis run?
When?
Are you doing a fucking Necropolis run?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know how long I've been trying?
Oh, then if you want to come, then come.
Again, before you ignore my question,
Hello?
yes,
Is Maya on this channel?
Maya, phone for you.
I am. Yes. Or do you have them available now?
Due to time restrictions, I had to move ahead on that beforehand, but I do have some news if you would be if you'd like to hear it.
I do.
really
Let's
funny.
talk in person.
If you'd like to meet, I was heading towards my shop.
It's really fucking funny.
I'll head that
Yeah,
direction.
that would be the coworker in question. Y'all can talk about that while you're doing that too.
Oh, that's the person. That was the one who was helping me with the power problem. So
Yeah.
I'll talk to you in a bit then regarding the follow.
Make sure to let her know that you're affiliated with us and that I told her to come and talk to her. I told you to come and talk to her, because otherwise she's gonna get totally sketched out.
We've talked about a lot of things at this point, so.
Meeting adjourned, I guess?
I guess.
Excellent.
I'm not sure. If you have a moment, I was actually wanting to ask you a question. Oh, Maya, hi.
I'm here.
Would you come over to my shop?
Yeah, I was gonna say, this seems like a indoors talk.
Yeah, definitely.
I've been kind of waiting for a bit, and there's some from GU offering, asking for some assistance down by the subway.
Yeah, there's.
Does that have to do it?
This is a little unrelated.
I believe they're doing a bit of reconstruction down there to maybe clear out that collapsed tunnel finally.
There's been like someone else working on it or something. It's been dark.
I do not know.
No, ain't gonna reply.
Give me just one moment.
Of course, of course.
That's better. What would the topic be about?
So, the shop a few times.
Let me lower my voice.
Yeah, let's start with the one that's for all of us.
Right. So you know how I was talking to you yesterday about the spirits and the shrines and stuff.
The idea, yes.
Right. So I had the thought. So yeah, you know how I explained to you the issue of we don't want to be too public because it might cause issues. Some people might try to sabotage it. I was thinking about places that are aspected in the row, and a lot of them are pretty public. But I realized something. If you are open to it, it might actually be a good idea to host. It still wouldn't be quite a secret, but it would be more protected, and people would view it a lot more negatively.
It would become private property at that point.
Yeah. Would you perhaps be willing to host the fire shrine in your forge?
I'm not against the idea. If anything, in the past, certain spirits do kind of gravitate, and me and my colleague do just kind of let them kind of, reside near like the more heated sections of the shop. I mean, so we're not
right. And these don't have to be
to the
huge
idea.
shrines. Yeah, just something small and nice for them to stay at and enjoy. And if they if anyone tries anything, then we could honestly we have a better way to react to them than just sort of violence, because that would be attacking private property. And I'm sure there's some like clauses of like, personal religious freedoms that we could probably lean on too. I actually turn into a hate crime at that point. But
Point being, it's more protected than if it's somewhere that's public access.
right, because else the only other place that's anywhere near fire aspected is the incinerator, and that's super public, and there's nowhere to hide any sort of shrine there. But it's completely up to you. I just want you to think on it. You don't have to give us the answer now. We're still trying to figure things out. It was just an idea that I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, we're still working on the how, but the where is at least starting to shape up.
Right, and especially because the fire spirits are kind of the the big issue right now with some you know.
One of the most
small injuries
predominant.
happening.
Right. A lot more heat, I guess, for lack of word, and also pun intended. But yes.
But yep, that's what I have on that. There is another thing that I think is going to be.
Not against that.
I would like. Right. I have another thing I'm here to talk to Maya about. I really don't see any reason why you can't stay if you don't want, but if you're busy, I can let you out.
Yeah. What may the topic be about, if anything?
It is about
The power outages.
in the area.
I do have a follow-up question for you, but it is just for you, so it has nothing to do with the brownouts, though. So
Yes, it's the brownouts, and also just to mention to put quickly in a bottle what I've learned. Probably the tunnel and the work they're doing on it. I believe they might be right. If you want to stay for that, it's fine.
Go in that general direction, so perhaps I can meet up later to discuss what I see down there. Maybe.
Sure.
The subway station.
interesting.
Yeah.
If you can help me with the door, but thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, the both of you.
Take care. So, long story short, because I hear people talking about it, and I think if we want to get a part of it, we might need to go there soon.
Right.
Power draw. Power draw coming from a water treatment plant, which apparently it's a huge one that's underneath, that's servicing several different rows below us. Huge power draws. They coincide with the brownouts.
Interesting.
And I think that a way has opened up to them recently, and people are looking into it. And I want to be a part of that. I want to get in on that.
I agree. Quick follow-up, that has nothing to do with this, and just to preface, Titus told me to come talk to you as well as Iana. I was told that you may have potential means of at least having some kind of access to a place that may or may not be selling the stolen goods that we're trying to find.
Yes, I will confirm, since you're part of you're at least affiliated with the Wyverns. I think
yes.
I do have that access. And
are you willing to pass me at least the information about that site to help with a meeting I have with someone later to try to secure something? I'm aware that you are wanting to protect your own personal access to that, and this may at least help get that conversation started. You will not be brought up in the matter. If you have a name or at least...
Right, I can send you the information later. It's really not that big of a deal. Literally, and once you have the information for the site, it's just a sign-up process.
Right.
They don't even ask you how you found it, so I can give you that information.
Yeah, if you can send that to me before the next hour, that will be helpful.
Yes, I will forward that to you when I can. Yes.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna go check out this tunnel thing.
Honestly, I will go that direction too, because I am curious as to what they are doing. Oh wow, there's a lot of people down here.
Oh, fucking course. All the information got out already.
Not necessarily that there will be any. The basic rundown is that down bottom is a service tunnel. The service tunnel that leads to some water treatment facilities. It was cleared out overnight, not by GU, by some other organization or group that is not on record. So we are a bit concerned about that. Sort of
No identifying information about them or anything?
We got no idea. Apparently cleared out overnight. We just showed up today to do some work, but it's already done for us. That's why we're getting you contractors to go check things out.
I'll be right back. I have to fix something.
I see.
Be right back.
That's fine.
I really wish I had my armor.
Yeah. All right. That lady disappeared. I'm assuming she's gonna come with. So I need to figure out who else coming down now. So anyone who's planning on coming down here, raise your hand. I need to know if you're coming or not. You're going. Okay,
What's
all
the
of you
next
are
one for
going.
Daisy?
And your friend Daisy. All right. So, contract terms were you'll get a lump sum of credits per person or an equivalent resource in exchange as a voucher from GU. We just need to go down, check out that service tunnel that's been cleared out. Again, it's pretty dark, so there could be a number of dangers down there. We aren't sure. Likely it could be nothing, but we want to be safer than sorrier, I suppose. Any questions before we go down? You seem like you
If
got
there's like
one.
scrap and stuff, can I just like take it?
Sure, I don't see any problems with that.
Nice.
I'll take it out before you take it.
If there's a crocodile, can we capture it?
That's not part of the job, but you're more than willing to capture any wildlife you find down there. We just need armed guard or spelunkers in general.
Alright.
All right, let me do a call real quick, get everything sorted, and then we'll head down.
Alright.
Seems we have another reason to work together again on something.
Seems like it. Yep.
This is awful
You're in the coven, right?
I am. Yes.
Right. Did they tell you about the discoveries that we made the other day down there?
No, I have not. They don't really send a lot of information up here unless it's requested.
Fair enough.
You got a summary.
Yeah. You know those the weird mushrooms here and then down below there's plants as well. Sort of getting energy from some unknown source.
Right.
Yeah, I detected that source from within the necropolis.
If you're still in district, I have a rifle for you. If not, I will leave it at HQ. Ashland, if you are still in district, I will be on the main thoroughfare shortly.
1 second. There was a bunch of comms in my head all at the same time. Can you repeat that last part?
We gotta go down there and figure out what's going on down there at some point. Yet to collaborate. Some sort of proper team, but...
Okay.
At some point.
That's fine.
Got it.
Alright.
I can get out quick and fast. If I'm in danger, you guys would be okay?
Yep.
The job that I was talking about.
I don't plan to.
They got a bunch of people to help them take on and spelunk with them.
I'll just shoot back.
I'm assuming we're good to go down now.
Alright, so, I don't know if we're going. Oh.
I think I know what's causing shit.
Are you here for the crocodile expedition?
If that's what it's being called, then yeah.
I didn't know that this
cannot
was
be
turning
comfy.
into a whole thing, but
That's
I was
comfy
interested
enough.
in this place.
My
so.
butt is planted and my feet are up. You got a square butt?
We were gonna look on our own, but
I swear
see,
butt.
does everyone else want to go and see too?
Oh shit, there's a table here.
I think this one is the water treatment plant. I don't know why you want to see that.
Fuck tables.
So, we're good to go down. Again, no guarantee of danger. But we do need eyes down there. Investigative work, potentially. See what's going on. That sort of thing. I can lead the way down, though.
Sure thing.
It will get dark.
It's so hard, I can use any place to sit. It doesn't matter.
Oh, sorry.
We haven't really gone past this point, as you can see.
That is very dark.
Yeah, that's...
That's why I requested flashlights or some light sources in some way. See what's going on down here. Very dark.
Did they get...
Where's our,
Did they get sourced?
Oh, where's our one guy with a light? We should get like a flashlight.
I could have brought a flashlight. Why didn't nobody told me?
Go get one.
I said we needed a light.
Go get one.
Go, run down.
I'll get one also if you want. Okay, let me go see something very
Oh wait, can we make them? Are they like? Do they require any materials, or can we just do that? I'm gonna figure that out at my shop. You wanna join me? Yeah, should we go see if we can make a few flashlights?
You should probably do that.
Let's go. We're gonna go try and make a few flashlights. You just scout in the area. We'll be right back.
I'm about to join him up there. Just like to carry something back.
Yeah, get up here. Get up here at the top of the ramp where we can actually see if anyone comes to this door.
Hey, you and me are prepared. We have masks on just in case.
Why would it be a terrifying thing if someone just hands out, grab, and just pulls you in the darkness? That's pretty terrifying, just saying.
Maia, if you're still in district, we're heading out soon. If you want to come with us or not.
I'm with the tunnel investigation group, so I won't be able to join you.
What the fuck do you mean, tunnel investigation group?
The collapsed subway. It's been cleared out a bit. And there's a large group of us here, so don't worry about me.
Keep me updated, please. As long as you're there, we should be fine.
Will do.
Me, Angela, Orin, and Unity are heading that way now.
If that comes to it, you'd be a monetary reward.
That's why I'm here. I'm the guy.
Yeah, I'm a bit just fearful of just like too big of flames igniting something, or I don't know. I don't want to be too much trouble.
Yeah, we haven't really gone much deeper than this, so if there is anything deeper down there, especially gases, that's understandable.
Yeah. I trust your word.
You can keep those flames contained on your body.
I'm covered up.
No, okay.
Yo, I was really hoping something like this wouldn't happen.
You can do that.
Alright, I trust y'all will handle it. I'm heading to
The,
UC Ashland. Good luck.
The
10-4, keep us updated.
Rapidly increasing size of people coming down here.
I know you said that I was hoping to get here before others.
Is there anything missing back there, or?
Unfortunately, people are starved for things to look into that they can actually deal with.
If anyone wants to go check that out, they can do so.
I just wish there was more time for preparation.
Basically this, so.
Came down here prepared. Realized we need flashlights.
So, how has things been with you guys?
What's up in the wind?
Oh well. I've requisitioned some help. If we end up needing it. Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Offered to help.
See why I wanted some folks to come down.
Yeah, I saw them.
The darkness levels here, just kind of.
I feel terrible. I can't remember her name. The little lamb girl.
There's only 3 of us.
I do not know her name either, but I've seen them.
Confident going any further.
Yes, very capable. I
There's
believe
the
they're a
whole kind
medic.
of like sound guy.
Mhm.
Asked for their help too.
Coming down here, you know.
Yeah.
Got it.
Here, let me get that
Rachel's also
list
pretty
going.
trustworthy. You probably know that
I'll
already.
set up a
Okay.
hotspot so I can just
Mhm.
send it to people's data beds or whatever electronic devices they can take it on.
Yeah. I was connected enough down here.
Here, let me do that call real quick.
Yeah, if you could.
It's like the void.
No, flare would be nice actually.
I believe they're working on getting a handful of flashlights up there right now.
That's what I heard.
Light
Yeah.
bulbs that aren't plugged in. I could probably just power it myself.
Find them. I'm gonna take a seat.
It's like a music I've heard. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
I don't have my book, I don't have my salt circle, I don't have my stick, I don't have my camera. If you want to keep a gun, we'll have to trade that gun for a
Ay.
I got tinfoil if that counts. It's essentially. That one is expensive. The street pistol isn't.
How much is that?
Quite a bit of money. So if someone wants it, they'll probably take it from you. 4 times that amount.
Any update on when those guys are coming back with... Never mind, there they are.
Bad news.
You already know.
They're local.
Do you know what's down there?
The local.
What's on that?
Yeah.
Well,
They do work.
However, oh wait, no, I can see it.
100
You
credits.
can see the beam, you cannot see the light.
Okay, you don't want to know, that's fine. Oh, look, there they go.
No, I'm giving you 100 credits.
No, bring it down here, actually. Bring it down.
Do our best.
No, it's working. No, it's working.
At least. It's some shape at least, and nothing.
It's something.
It's a start.
I believe that we will be getting to an area where there will be lights. A lot of the tunnels down here have their own function. Well, functioning, excuse me.
Well, those who have the lights lead the way, and everyone just kind of stay close to them.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stay in the front.
Yeah.
It's scary,
I'm
man.
for a direction to go.
We're entering the home
I'm following you guys. We can do investigations along the way.
You want me to like
Yeah.
climb up? Hang on.
If it doesn't go too far, we'd still be
They're
more
opening
than
up
happy
there?
to see if anyone has any indication on what may have caused this to get cleared out.
Go around the other way.
Any other issues?
I see no opening.
Yo, you see an opening?
No opening.
No. I don't think there is an opening. I think this is it.
Alright, we're done. I think you just got a bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet. All right, guys. Good expedition.
Good job, guys.
So, if anyone would like to investigate or see if there's any indication of who may have cleared out this tunnel or how it was done,
Are there like any small holes by chance anyone see it or?
any holes, any structural issues, we'd appreciate that.
My eyes.
I got you. Check it. Fastest expedition ever. Great. Good job, guys. Oh shit.
Honestly, we didn't expect to get this many people contracted. But hey, free money for you guys, I guess.
Good morning always carries flashlights.
Subway tile, subway tile.
This is awesome.
But I don't think it goes anywhere.
Now I can see.
Does this go to the subway?
It looks like, you know what it looks
The subway. I was going to say, the subway tunnel technically went the other direction according to the sign.
someone else's material. Strangely enough.
Yeah, so this is a.
We're on the other side of it.
Right.
Yeah, this is a different line.
Check that out. Also, apparently those materials up top, the cinder blocks and the other stuff, that isn't our materials. That's not GU provided.
Huh.
We put those there, so also investigate that, see if there's any indication of who may have put that there.
Yeah, we need more digging.
Logs or any any company logos, any other indicators that might have.
Oh, start up there then, because there's at least some light.
I'm gonna go looking again down there.
Hey there. Where are you?
What they have uncovered, from what I understand, though, is it looks like an area where an alternative line that went somewhere besides the Undercity would have went. Because by all cases,
Wheelbarrow
Undercity
coming
Rail,
through.
the Undercity subway was over that way.
Went towards the right, yeah.
Yeah. This goes off to the left.
Interesting.
It's
I can't wait to explore.
It's either a tunnel or a completely separate subway line.
I can't wait to go down there and explore.
Well, that was quick.
Right now, though,
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's a cave in.
It's still dark as fuck down there, but yeah.
I like dead ends. There you go.
that was
Why is it? Come here.
Head to the arena with them and teach them.
You're gonna wipe off the flashlight whenever you do this.
Who need the chat?
Probably here in a bit. Honestly, seeing what little they can help with this, and then can talk about stuff.
I'm in the area. Feel free to ping me when you need me.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever's digging it out probably just needs a little more time digging it out or something.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the shop and start throwing some hoops again.
Howdy, howdy.
Hi. So it was indicated by the guy with the data pad down there that this material is not GU provided. Trying to see if there's anything on there that is identifying as to where these materials may have been brought in from, whether that's signs of other materials or shipping labels, etc., that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And you are one of our investigators, correct?
Yes, the investigator of the row.
Yeah.
So this, as of right now, I'm pretty sure is just an overflow of people doing one thing. How many monkeys does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Alright, and what is your total skill in that again, real quick?
What would the skill be?
Either
I don't think there's anything we can do until.
you have gumshoe, I assume, right? Or espionage or
I do have espionage and espionage 1 plus the just job background sort of thing.
Okay.
I wish I had gumshoe, but I only have so many slots. I want gumshoe.
In that case, we'll do a kind of cursory, like, information gathering, looking for markings, anything that might tell you where these materials have come from. Then, so we'll just. All right, so you're not seeing any like immediate stamps or anything that's saying, you're not seeing any ship manifests. There's there's kind of a local construction supply company like label on the pallet itself, but you don't see it on one of the other pallets, which might mean it's just a recycled pallet. It's not exactly, something that you can follow up on. It's almost looking like it's weird that if this was, if this was GU, obviously, they would probably leave the shipping manifests on until they're throwing them away. It's almost like someone has specifically been,
stripping that information.
Stripping that information from this. So it's difficult to tell where this stuff came from, who ordered it, or if there was ever even any information on it to begin with.
Yeah, this is not typical.
Yeah, let's go find a gator. You want a flashlight? We already have one.
It's not typical in the slightest. Like I said, if it was GU provided stuff, the information of where it was sourced usually is kept with the material until it is consumed. And if anything, it's very readily apparent that whatever information could have been available, if there ever was any, has been systematically stripped off of the materials here, which gives very little opening to identifying whose this belongs to.
Curiouser and curiouser. Oh well, I guess we won't know more until they clear out more rubble.
Yeah, either the official people or the unofficial.
Right.
Is this back, or do I just have a flashlight now?
No, I gotta give that to Riggs, otherwise he'll have my ass and actually make me pay for it.
Yeah, this is...
I'm gonna head back to my shop. I don't
Alright.
imagine there's anything else to find out yet.
Yeah.
No, I don't see anything. Alright, let me know if you need any help with anything.
Yeah. If you have that information available, the person I need to meet is around, so I'll be talking to them in a bit.
Sure. You want me to come with you, or I can just forward you the info?
Just forward it. It's the kind of person where I only meet them privately.
Alright. Well, here, actually, I can send it to you now. Is Rigsby still down there?
Potentially.
You want your flashlight back? No, it's not mine. It's good morning. Oh, cool. I'll give it back to him then. Alright, that should be sent over now.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Good luck with it. Be careful. It's not a safe place. What is with this fucking step here?
Oh, don't worry. If I dealt in things that were explicitly safe, I would be out of a job in no time.
It's definitely out of your field of expertise, though, so just be careful.
It may not be completely out of that purview, just not the above board stuff. Oh, I have to go to my fucking keyboard for this. Never mind, that is not helpful at all.
Howdy there.
Howdy. I'd like to send a message out to JR that I'm ready to talk with him, and probably best place to do that would be somewhere somewhere of his choice, either here or wherever he is okay with talking about a private matter. Just need to know where to go.
Who the fuck was it? Who was it? Who the fuck?
Yeah, give you a sec. As you can tell, he is a little indisposed.
Who the fuck was it shining shit in the sky? Better stop that shit right now, I swear to God. You knock that shit off.
For the record, that is not JR's voice.
I don't care whose it is. It's really funny. Do I even want to know what that was? Part of me does. Maybe not. I do really want to know. That's really funny.
All right, you get a response saying grindstone in 5.
Follow up as myself or as the one you're usually accustomed to talking to?
All right. Whoever you are, I don't give a shit.
Fair enough. Alright. Well. We'll keep this mostly above board then. Well, as much as it can be.
I wanna meet you, but it's too soon. I wanna meet you.
Instead of shooting them, can I scare them off? Make them fuck off, go away, you know? They said go for it, so I talked to them, made them go away.
Hey, since this ship's already fucked up anyways.
That guy's probably got some business shit to go
Take
on.
like one of these chairs.
Anyway, don't point lights at fucking drivers. Don't get crazy.
So that's what I heard being shouted across half the row.
Yeah, fucking don't shine lights at the driver people. You know how crazy they get? They're on all sorts of shit. The fucking truck guys are on, you know, who knows what fucking concoctions to keep them up for 72 plus hours.
Only miracles of some kind of science. I don't know which one.
There's a god for that kind of shit that he needs to figure out how to put people to sleep a little bit more often.
And lose the profits? You know they'll never do that.
Probably not, but you know, serving both sides of that fucking pillow is probably whatever. Yeah, what did you need?
Right, so I'm assuming you're familiar with most of the networks that deal in fencing, shall we say, questionably obtained goods beyond just beyond just the main ones that, you know, we're affiliated with.
I mean, you can fence shit at your local pawn shop, but, you know, what are you looking for in particular?
Particularly trying to set up an account of history on a particular one where something is being sold based off of an acquaintance of mine.
Right.
A place where they are willing to sell things like fully functional Ajaxian armor.
Fully functional Ajaxian armor? You're like asking me to find the nearest collector and raid his collection.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not asking you for that. I'm just asking for, because I have the place in question. I just need to get an account with some history on it to make it believable.
You want a cover to get in a foot in the door.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a concerted effort with a few of my friends to, well, make a business deal. And I figured I might as well see what options are available to make this effort a little bit easier.
No. Network side, I don't have a lot of those sort of connections. I mean, I got connections to people who will buy and sell shit, no problem. It's getting you cover as potentially one of them that's the issue. That's one of those things you don't fuck with. You don't try to,
Yeah.
you know,
This isn't the kind of thing where, you know, a fresh brand new account. I can make one right now if I really wanted to. They barely ask you any questions.
History, and that's the issue. A lot of these people got deckers inside to make sure that kind of shit doesn't happen.
And if it's a matter of, you know, a favor for a favor, I'm sure you got stuff going on that you could need someone with my kind of insanity to help with. You know what I do.
I just had downstairs help with some shit, so I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can dig up. I might know a guy who might be willing to sell somebody down the river to get you one. But
what do you want in exchange for it? I imagine this doesn't come free.
No. You guys keep asking me to burn a lot of cards in my fucking hand, kind of shit. You know.
Well, you know that I'm always getting bored. I pretty much am one of your cards.
Oh, I know. I know y'all like to dance and do the, the fun stabby stabbing shit. But, that's because I make sure that you guys have fun and don't get tied down with all the mundane bullshit. I got a lot of people for mundane shit, but I got a lot of extra mundane shit since we got a lot of people poking the hives. I got steel wings popping up. I got that crow effort from corporate fucking digging on fucking things. I got,
Well, the Steel Wings
lot of
one
runners
is
going around.
certainly of interest to myself and my affiliates, so...
Yeah, no, I let your buds know already about it.
I heard.
They asked me about it. Keep some prompts up. They're starting to stir up again, They've been rather quiet, but it seems like they've been dredging up some,
Yeah,
bodies again.
they can never stay idle.
Yeah, recent pop-up of them was a bad op, thanks to those fucking crow dicks, for one thing. I guess Sukandenga, for one thing, is making those fuckers slip up. They didn't think corporate response would be there so quick for the standard routine, but,
Yeah.
Crow's making an effort to at least keep some sort of shiny presence around real superheroes of the Union Heights, the kind of shit.
Yeah. They tried to get me on board for that stuff, but there's only so much playing both sides that I'm willing to do. That's a bit too public for me.
Yeah. Fair enough. You don't want to be on the upper side of it, so be it.
I have...
You want to try it?
I have my avenues for getting my fix of that if I really want to. They're already trying to collaborate with the Wyverns anyways, and I'm basically with them, so...
Fun.
Good mix.
Yeah, I call it purple burp.
Even though it's more of a bright pink.
Oh yeah, because you put in the pink and then you get out the purple.
Ah. Got that stuff in there. Goes so nice.
I can see what I can do. I'll get a job lined up for you. I'll have something for you here soon.
Yeah.
If you're asking for this officially on the Wyvern side, I'll make it a Wyvern job. How about that?
Well, considering it'll be the Wyverns who are pulling off the sting that'll be associated with it, might as well be. It was more of a seeing what we can do to make them less immediately suspicious of everything, because we're already banking on them being a bit desperate and thus willing to do something stupid in hopes of getting a second set.
Authentic Ajaxian armor is kind of hard to find. Not a lot of it left if it's not already in the family, or melted down for some shit.
Well, we got the one set that was stolen, we got another set in our possession, and it's being prepared to be simple with it.
Alright. Give me some time, let me see what I can do. I probably gotta burn something, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I mean, what's one contact? There's a million more always springing up, right?
Oh, you have to burn something. I'll see if I can't help you make something to make it something better. I got contacts of my own. Probably not as expansive as yours, but they can be useful in the right circumstances.
I mean, I've only got contacts because I'm daddy network around here, so don't worry about it. But it doesn't mean I'm anything that special. End of the day, I can be just replaced as anybody else here. I just play nice. That's the main thing.
Yeah, but you are much more approachable to talk to than some of the past reps we've had down in these parts. And you actually kind of, keep things moving. One of the problems we had in the past is that we've had people allow things to stagnate, and that became part of what allowed so many problems to move in the first place. So you kind of got stuck with the cleanup detail.
Yeah, a lot of cleanup. Do you know how many fucking people are trying to claim to be network runner groups and shit that we gotta clean up? Fucking nightmare.
People like to chase clout wherever they can get it.
Yeah. All right, I'll look into it. I'll get you a job. I'll send it through the Wyvern network. Don't worry. I know how to get to it. It's not too hard. I've worked with Wyverns before. It won't be the last. Won't be the first.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate the quick and simple business. And be sure to do whatever you need in order to pay back the favor.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to go on the sneaky way or the normal way?
Sneaky way's more fun.
Alright. Come on out. Boy.
Excellent.
After you.
Who may have cleared out the tunnel? Some kind of gang called the Steininger or something. Steininger. A gang called the Good Doctors got in contact with them and told them that this Sterninger gang or something. Some more clear out the tunnel.
Have fun in the subway.
Yeah, as much as it could be for a giant amount of people in a tiny dark space.
I counted at least 20.
Well, when it's something that people that don't need to have access to magic to be able to actually look into, they swarm all over it. I'm unsurprised. Something they can actually deal with.
Well, I think that's where the spirits have gone off to as soon as the wall came down.
Possibly. Could be something else entirely. There's a number of things at play right now, it seems.
I'm going to focus on finding a botanist. A row botanist. That way I don't have to take them from their duties in the Undercity.
Their road is Suhan.
Also, I'm literally
That's
right
right,
here.
Suhan.
I'm also right here.
I did not know you were a botanist. Could you help me with something real quick, or are you on your way to something?
No, I'm currently uncalled for. What is it?
I am in need of Glomos Kinoklo, or Mushilop, really.
Okay, so basically the materials are down in the lower tunnel.
Yes. I don't need much, but I need it's for someone.
Alright, give me a moment. I'll be right back.
I did also speak with Pidge, and they have on the shelf for now. No, I got those three little guys in there.
Take a shot every time Maia questions herself? What is that in reference to? Was I doing that a lot? You're gonna kill yourself if you do that. Oh well. I wouldn't want to give something to somebody so ungrateful, but... at least I can't say I've never done anything for them. I can pull that receipt out later. It's like I know that can be pocketed. Mushrooms, eh? Still not enough room to go through here. But I wonder if that's the place that he got taken to when he had that little incident.
I gave him 10. Because he was so nice to me.
Spider maybe.
Sure. Let me check they're not in here.
Okay. Yeah, I can try.
Maya,
Damn.
love.
Yes.
Could you help bats here learn about shadow magic?
Specifically, the body enhancing kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
suppose.
appears to be their affinity.
Alright. Well, anyways, so...
Oh, yeah.
Bit of mushy... Shikinoko, not as plentiful down there, and then...
I thought we weren't allowed to.
Lovely, darling. Thank you.
You
Or
aren't
not.
allowed to mass destroy them.
There are some that are viable. There's some viable for harvest if you know the right methodology to do so. That's fine.
Usually I just go punching things.
That is not a viable harvesting method, so.
Yeah. No, I know.
Anyways.
Things in our sewer, do not do that.
Okay, so. You.
Soup, do you know where Beauregard is?
I guess let's go somewhere and talk about it if it's a. So I know the specifics.
Sure. I barely know anything, but
coach.
yeah, he's my coach.
Alright then.
Alright, well. I mean, if it's a matter of just talking stuff, it's one of those, like, I prefer having privacy for it just for comfort's sake, so we can come into my place. After you two. So,
Police office.
what's the specifics behind this? So it's shadow, but what exactly is the scenario in question here? What are you trying to do?
I kinda, well, so I found out like almost 2 weeks ago that I have magic. And people keep telling me that I do shadow magic and that I do body stuff mostly. But I just thought I was strong. I just thought that I could do cool shit because I worked out. But apparently not. Apparently, like all the cool shit that I can do is because of magic. But
Well,
I don't know, 'cause
it doesn't necessarily. They're not necessarily mutually exclusive things. Working on the body can help with magic and vice versa, especially depending on how you are approaching the method of casting. But if it's something you've been doing kind of by accident, unconsciously, but going through a specific set of motions, it can be all sorts of things.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of what you said.
Yeah.
But so, I guess give me an example. What's something that you've been doing that you've found is magic related then?
I don't know. I guess punching really hard, picking heavy stuff. People have been saying that's magic.
It can be in the right applications. Some people just can find themselves having surges of strength through other means, so it's not inherently magical, but I imagine you'd probably be a bit more aware of it if you were doing something through that means. So, I guess the question is, what exactly are you asking of me? Or rather, what was Cynthia asking of me? What is it that you're wanting to do here?
Like, to know how to do it on purpose. To be like, okay, yeah, I'm casting magic.
Okay.
How am I casting magic?
Hey, Marcy, we may have an issue in the Avalon Clinic. It looks like somebody's filled their keypads with...
I guess that's the theory.
Okay, so you want... Basically, you're looking for self-awareness and the ability to be able to tell what it is that you're tapping into and be able to improve upon it that way. Okay. That's doable. Well then, that kind of becomes a bit of a, how do we say, it gets a little bit, introspective, philosophical sometimes, depending on how you look at it. So some of these questions or the approach may not necessarily make sense, but every method is different for every different person. So we'll start from the point of when you are in a position where you feel like your strength has become stronger than you normally anticipate it to be, what does that feel like to you? And be honest in the sense of, is it something you always feel, or is that something that feels unusual in the moment, but you've never really questioned it?
Yeah, I guess it's more in the moment. Like, it's in the times that I feel like especially powerful. Like it's just like I feel like I'm gonna do something good and then I do it. If that makes sense.
Okay. Is it something you're relatively able to replicate that condition and be able to experience that, or is it only in specific times that you've done that?
If I try to focus a bit, I think I can do it. Usually I like start warming up, keep thinking about what I'm gonna do, and then I do it, like the punch that we did.
Yeah. We get that shit from that?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
motions before, and then I just bow, do it.
Okay. Well, magic is a combination of things, depending on one's particular approach to it, as most things that people do are not exactly just taught by any one particular source. A lot of it is one's own expression of it. That can come from just innately, it comes from external tools, but one of the biggest things is things like what you described. Using words to anchor intent, or, in your case, motions. The motions that you've been going through in preparation for whatever it is you're doing whenever you're amping yourself up effectively has basically solidified the intent of, I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to punch through whatever thought's going through your head. Magic is intent. And that is the basis of what forms your spells. So if you're able to identify what your intent is, and then trace how it is that you get yourself into that position, you might start to notice things a bit more. Some of the magic that I do has a very different kind of intent, so I'm a little bit hesitant to use my own as an example because, while it works for me, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for everybody because...
Yeah, what do you do? It's shadow magic, so is it like evil since Cynthia was like, oh, my condolences?
That's a common misconception that shadow magic is inherently evil. Any magic can be good or bad depending on how it's utilized. The method that I got...
That's cool.
You know what? Fine, I'll take that. The reason why I found my magic and why it was taught to me was not exactly by my own choice, and therefore a lot of it is built around being able to make certain tasks easier. I don't want to go into specifics. I will just tell you that a lot of my magic works on the blood of other people.
Oh, alright.
And it is not a very... Out of the applications of Shadow, it is probably one of the least safe to indulge in unless you absolutely know what you're doing, so... We're going to go a different direction with that because I imagine that's not what you're doing, but in order to really see it, probably not in here because I don't really have anything in here that you can hit. Let's take this to a scrapyard. I want to see what this process that...
Yeah, we have a gym.
Oh, well, I've never been to it, so... If you'd like to show me that, I can probably get a better idea actually seeing it in person, because describing one thing.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Quick comment on that whole intent, magic is intent thing.
Uh-huh.
See, I was taught that magic is like a manifestation of will or willpower or whatever.
Manifestation of will and intent are two ways to describe the same thing. Your will is your intent, what you want to see upon the world around you when you are shaping your use of mana into something tangible. So it's...
Like a synonym, dude.
So, while it may be explained in different ways, they are inherently the same end result. So it's not that one way is wrong, it's just it may make more sense to someone one way versus another.
Hey, you guys working out?
No.
Alright.
Yeah, over here. Sorry, keep the gym stuff.
Alright. So yeah. So, show me the process you go through and how that ends up manifesting, and I can probably give you a better idea of what's happening.
wish there was like some kind of magic scanner. You see someone's power level.
I mean, there sort of have been tools like that but they're usually the only ones that have really worked super well are just for determining someone's affinities. They're not really so much for magical strength, shall we say.
Oh yeah, I got a scanner used on me when I was at the Coven.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing I was thinking of. There aren't a whole lot of people that make tools of that kind. I'm trying to find good use cases for seeing what sort of things I can make, because working with foci is kind of one of my specialties. I made the one I use, as well as a couple others flying around. Yeah. Which is if you wish to use it in an offensive capability that is external from your own body, yes. If you're augmenting yourself, this will not do you very much help. This is more for focusing it into something from afar.
Alright. Okay. So I'm gonna punch this bag real good with my magic. Just wanna see how impressive it is. To impress her.
Roll to impress.
Roll to impress.
Oh yeah.
Also, out of character, this is a new bag because Good Morning destroyed the other one.
What a fucked up day.
Fucked up day. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, thank you.
It's not the most impressive thing you've ever seen.
I don't know if it's a new bag. Yep.
That was you going for the usual process with the magic? So it didn't look like you would actually really... Usually when people do some kind of body enhancing magic, there's some kind of physical reflection of that, which usually manifests in some form. So it's possible you may not have actually cast in that situation. Or it's just that you haven't done enough to where you're really actually getting the spell to take place. Of course, that does not mean that you can't develop that kind of skill. You would just have to start from the ground up when it comes to, well, forming intent and being able to translate that into... Where would we begin with something like that? So, I mean, the desired effect is simple from what you told me. You want to make yourself physically stronger. That's basically the gist of it.
Usually, like, or run real fast, or jump real high.
Well, the more
usually what
the more effects you try to compound into one spell makes it more complicated, or risks outright failing, or, in worst cases, backlashing. Where the spell effectively not only fizzles out, but the mana that was attempted to be used to bring that effect forward surges backwards and does horrible things to your body, and usually, at minimum, ends up with some degree of injury.
What the fuck? That can happen?
Depends.
It's happened to me a few times when I was learning. I was like really young.
It happens to me, but part of that I believe is one of the costs of the particular type of magic that I employ. So it's not that it's shadow magic, it's that it's the kind I use. So I'm not saying that is a guarantee, but the more you try to do within one effect, the less likely it is to succeed, or the weaker that you have to make each individual component in order for it to be stable. So, you could make yourself physically strong. You could make yourself jump higher. You can make yourself run faster. All those things are fine on their own. In fact, one of the spells that I have known how to use is just that, to be able to effectively, not so much jump, but use the shadows as points to leap between. It's not teleportation, but I can basically use those as a means to lift myself to point. But if you were to try to say, make yourself strong and run fast, in order for that effect to be stable enough for you to be able to cast it without risk to yourself, you would have to probably make yourself about half as strong as you would otherwise do if you focus solely on that, and then half as fast as you could if you were focusing solely on that. The sum of the parts being about the same as if you had one or the other. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like if I just focus on one thing, that thing will be better. Just spreading it around.
Yeah. It's very much an example of that old saying people have about like the difference between a jack of all trades but a master of none. The most powerful effects will come from those that are highly specific and specialized for what it is that you are trying to do. The more general you make them, the less powerful they are, and trying to push past that limit usually ends poorly.
Okay.
So,
you mean like a spell has to be specific, not
you can have more. You could learn multiple spells. It's within your it's based off your capacity to develop that capability, practice it, and do it enough to where you can reliably recreate that effect the same way every single time. It's not a simple matter depending on what it is you're trying to do. Some people only really get the hang of or master, like, let's just say, 2 or 3 magical effects max at one time. You could be aware of more things, but the actual ability to reliably keep in practice with all of them is more than most mages are able to handle, and in fact, if they are able to do more than that, they're usually very unique, and more often than not, potentially a danger to other people or themselves. And if not that, then they're likely going to be a person of interest for Masaru, and very rarely does that mean good things for the person in question.
Yeah, I bet.
So if you wanted to say, I'd say starting out, if you were wanting to, depending on what approach of casting you wanted to do, you could probably learn 2 things to start out with as a good starting point before trying to expand the scope of your knowledge. Get good at those things before you try to add more onto it. But if you want to say, have one for making yourself strong and another for one of those other things, there's nothing stopping you from having multiple of those effects active on you at the same time, because part of the intent or manifestation of it may not necessarily require you to constantly be focusing on it. It could just be basically a temporary... I use the word construct, but it's not really the best term here, but I don't know what else to say. But when you use your magic, it makes effectively a magical construct. Imaginary, metaphorical term, something to picture. That construct affects you, and the mana that is put into that spell becomes a power source for it. While it has power, the construct remains stable. Once that mana is expended, the construct destabilizes and the effect dissipates. Depending on how you approach the will, you can change how you approach the magic to tweak one of those things more in favor of the other, depending on what it is you're wanting to do. If you're willing to settle for something a little bit less powerful, it takes less mana to keep it sustained, you can have that active upon you longer. Vice versa. The stronger an effect is, the more mana it takes to sustain, and therefore the likelihood of it only lasting for a little bit of time, maybe only like a minute, maybe even less, becomes more likely. But it's a trade-off for what it is that you're trying to do. I can help with either approach of those. I have a number of things that I have worked with. Some that aren't even necessarily for the sake of self-empowerment. Creating, again, not the word I want to use, but I don't know what word is better to use. Constructs out of shadow is something that I have done quite a lot of. I'm very good at manipulating shadows. Blood is just a very easy one to do because it's something that people don't necessarily associate with it, but it's actually is that shadow can be very closely related to life and vitality. The reason why is that it can be related to change, activity, whereas it's what people usually consider its counterpart, essence magic, which includes things that usually create manifestations of light, can be a bit of stasis, staying the same.
That's the word to replace construct. Manifestation.
Manifestation, we can go with that. But that is why blood magic falls within the realm of shadow as opposed to another kind, because it acts on the force of life. And short of the soul itself, it is the most direct representation of life force in anyone that is not synthetic. So, like I said, experience with that. For you, based off what I've told you, if you were to try to form that, what you want to try to develop into one or two spells of that kind of magnitude, let's just say an active use, what would those effects be? What is it that you want from what I've told you? And it doesn't have to be just those examples. It could be literally anything.
I guess, well, if I can just make myself stronger, and this wasn't the best example, obviously. We all know that. But if I can make myself stronger, which is apparently what I've been doing, can I, like, also make others stronger? I kind of want to do that.
It depends on the nature of your magical aptitude. If you have the right traits of your aptitude that make it more compatible with interfacing with other people's beings as opposed to just yourself, then maybe. But not every mage is capable of doing that. So we would have to kind of get a feel for what your aptitude is like, because just because you have magic doesn't necessarily have magic that is best suited for one purpose versus another. Magic that affects the self and magic that affects the other, someone else, are very different schools, shall we say. And more often than not, they're usually a mage will only specialize in one or the other. They'll either specialize in things that are better for themselves, or it'll be either better for themselves or, let's just say, more offensively used. Things that are a bit more hostile to that around them. Or they will focus on things that are less inherently helpful for themselves, but will be helpful to those around them or have more utilitarian uses. I fall into a kind of a little bit of a gray zone between the two, as some of the stuff I use is how do I say this without really saying it? Some of it is a birthright, is the best way I can say. Some of it is taught. The stuff that was taught was not of my own decision, but that's a story for another time. Point being, if you're trying to do it to where it's more for yourself, that is not exactly my direct specialty, but I know enough about it that I can help guide you all the same. Because, end of the day, magic is magic. What differs is the intent, how it manifests. So we can start from there. Once you have a general idea of what it is that you want to try, we can make some initial steps from there. But we'll need to figure out what that aptitude is first, because that will affect on basically the two things you told me as your examples. One falls into the first type of school, where it's more for those who are more effective at things that are better suited for offensive styles of magic casting, and the other one was more of a supportive. It's possible you may be able to do both. I don't know. I don't know your body. I don't know your circumstances. We'll have to figure that out.
Would how would I put it? I'm making myself strong. Right? But it's not necessarily all for fighting, because I usually need to do other stuff. Like, I need to lift heavy things.
So I say
hostile thing.
It's easy to summarize it into hostile, in that it's I say hostile, offensive is more the better, is that it's something that is, while it can be used in those capacities that may not necessarily be for fighting someone else or, you know, something of actual offensive nature, the effects are more inclined to be suitable for that kind of purpose if one were so inclined. It's easier to use those sorts of things for oneself, and yes, a strength boost can be used for things that aren't in a fight. Lifting things, for example. Defending oneself, even. But for that exact example, the different schools would be not necessarily offensive and supportive, but more inward versus outward magic. Magic that affects the self versus magic that affects other people. Because they are the process that one goes through to develop that sort of solidified intent for one does not work for the other. They are two completely different mindsets.
Okay.
At the very least, from what you described to me, I know your aptitude is more likely that you have the kind that is best suited for magic that affects the self, but without an example of whether or not you've done anything that can relate to stuff that can affect those other than yourself, I do not know if that is going to necessarily be in that same capability. Possible ways to test it. I would have to kind of take some time to think about it. It's not something I can necessarily figure out immediately on the fly, but I can at least give it some thought.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it.
With that being said, do you have anything else to ask at this time? As I think kind of both of us have something to really ponder a bit before we push this further.
Yeah, and I gotta go up there in like 10 minutes. But yeah, like I was curious about like why can I do well, I can do people do magic on Sans, but I keep hearing like technology and magic doesn't mix. Why?
So the easiest way to say that is that the compatibility of mana through people's bodies is like an extra set of intangible blood vessels that run through the body. Easier to say, more like nerves, because if you...
Chakra?
I don't have that background. I can't exactly use that as an example and know exactly what I'm talking about. That's more you thing, probably. But if you disrupt that loop, because it's basically one closed loop, if you disrupt that with something that is inorganic, does not have the qualities of, well, life to it. Like if I replace this arm with a metal one, that flow of mana through the body is now partially disrupted, and the capacity to manifest magic becomes impaired as a result of it, because part of that basically is running up against a much greater resistance than it normally would in someone who is unaugmented and fully themselves. The more interruptions you run into, the more that you kind of start towing that line towards becoming a cyborg, for instance, the more difficult it becomes, to the point where the effort required to even manifest the simplest of magic becomes more strained than the body is able to support, and you effectively lose the capability to manifest magic at all. Is it gone for good? Not necessarily. The body, if you have aptitude for it, if you were to somehow be able to restore your body to a more natural state, you could recover access to it. But as a result, with technology, because it doesn't have that same organic capacity, it's not receptive to it, it doesn't mix well. That's why people have never been able to make things like, magical generators powered by traditional technology. The two use completely different sources of energy, and they do not cross over well. And the more that people tried to mix the two, the more often you just ended up getting, well, just hunks of junk at best and explosions at worst.
I don't know, I've been using this thing. It's been going pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty powerful. Let me check on these guys. What's up?
Too much on fire.
I was going to check on you and just be a nuisance with your and I didn't want to be rude and interrupt.
But yeah. Honestly, first time anyone's ever actually asked me to teach them about magic ever since I've really been in that loop.
You definitely know a lot.
It's
similar to what I was taught.
It's relevant to the means that I try to accomplish what I do. It's a very useful tool to have access to, and I'd be remiss not to use it if I have the aptitude for it.
No, I am curious though. What's like the, so like, there's simple machines, right? Like a pulley, windmill. These are
Right.
very simple. Would magic affect them?
The moment that you start delving into things that require metals and electric resources to be able to utilize properly, that's usually when magic starts to no longer be effective. Outside of, let's say, if you had lightning magic, you might be able to give it a charge or something, but you risk also just overloading and frying it in the process. If it's simply a mechanical, strictly mechanical, no electric parts to it, there are ways that magic can interface with those things. One of the spells that I know how to do is actually, as an example, I've practiced with making shadow constructs in such a way that if there's a fully mechanical, let's just say, lock of some sort, I could use the shadows to basically open it as if I had a key to that without ever having to physically put anything tangible inside the tumblers.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but if it's an electronic clock, you can't.
Yes, because most of that then becomes having to try to interface with the internal code, and that's something that magic cannot touch, period. People have tried for countless years. Nothing has ever worked. And it's just become accepted as a fundamental law that which is natural does not interface well with that which is not. And technology kind of falls into the unnatural side of things, if that makes sense.
Yeah. This is very specific. And I know I can get into the details a bit too much, but like, okay, you mentioned generators, right?
Right.
If you used like something very simple to generate energy, could then a machine capture that energy even though the energy was generated with magic?
So what you're effectively asking is, can the effects produced by a foci, because you're basically, a magical generator is a foci. Things like a wand, things like a staff, they are generators in that they generate magical effects by input of power to get something greater than the initial sum that you put into it, give or take. It's possible, but it depends on what kind of effect is coming out of it. Like, if you use an air magic foci and you create a spell that produces wind, there's nothing stopping someone from having, like, a turbine in front of said manifestation of wind magic that causes those blades to spin, and you get energy out of that, or a different effect. If you have something that produces heat, and that heat is translated into energy through steam turbines or something, if that heat is used to boil water, that turns into steam and it goes into an engine of some kind, that works too. They can indirectly influence each other, but they can never directly coexist in the same thing. There has to be some degree of separation.
Yeah. That's cool.
So, but the applications of it depend on one's level of mastery and how much you're willing to usually said in bad terms, but in this case, it's one of the only ones that is generally applicable because the entirety of magic is basically summed up by this: fuck around and find out.
Hell yeah.
No magic was ever discovered by people just doing what they've always done. They've tried to do something new, and sometimes it goes well for them, sometimes it does not. So.
Oh no, I want to be the one finding out stuff.
Well, it seems like you have a little bit of fucking around to do until you find what works for you.
Hell yeah.
Of course, doing it with supervision tends to help because just because everyone's magic is a personal representation of themselves as a person and what works best for them doesn't necessarily mean that others' experiences can't help guide your own. And believe me, I have had experiences. Some of them I wish I did not.
I like learning from people. I think I learned that.
This is a much this is a much simpler application of magic than the stuff I've been working on recently, so I welcome the change of pace.
And I appreciate your help Coach.
Yes.
All right. Well, anything else?
I guess my homework will be seeing if I can learn more how I do things. Is that it?
Yeah, learn more how you do things from the approach of do you have aptitude for things that affect mostly yourself? And do you have aptitude for things that affect those other than yourself? That will determine what spells can be worked upon and what we can try to figure out for you. And then from there, we can do the heavy lifting of actually coming to the definition of that intent and how to make it work for you.
All right. Yeah. I can do that.
And well, when you get good enough at it, then sometimes you can make the process even easier for yourself over time. Just because you've gotten a spell down doesn't mean that it has to stay the same way forever. The more you practice it, the better you get at it, and you can start doing things like cutting corners with it, or it takes a little bit less of your overall energy throughout the day to be able to do, and you can do it more often. It becomes a matter of getting what you want first, and then getting what you want easier later. And
I can't wait.
And I'll figure out the rest from there.
Hell yeah. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Let me know if you need anything, help with anything.
I'm sure there's probably stuff that can be helped out with at some point in time, but just to leave you off with, things that you can work on later eventually. You can eventually get good enough that potentially, depending on what sort of things you do, you can even get things like this done easily. And with that, I'm
working
done.
on getting your armor out here. You still in the wasteland?
Hell yeah. Oh shit.
No, I'm actually over by the necropolis, actually, because I just bumped into Crunch.
Shit. Alright. Listen, something dire, a bit more dire's come up. I'll see about getting that armor to you when I can.
Nah, it's fine. It's no rush.
I'm down in the necropolis right now.
Oh,
Crunch is
lovely.
with us.
Noted. Alright, thanks.
Yeah. He's okay, banged up. Took a lot of hits. We're kind of swamped down here, but right now we're okay.
I was about to ask, how are things going on that front?
So far, so good. And Lilith, if you've got ears on, the armor's working pretty splendidly so far as well.
Repeat. You need backup?
That's good to hear. Right now, I'm in a match with Jimothy, and it's not going well with us.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, I think we're gonna lose this bout.
No, I don't need any backup, Felix. We've got a few combat capables down here, and we had some assistance.
That's good to hear. Have you found anything of use to what sent you down there in the first place. Never gets old doing that. It's a little bit of showing off, but sometimes you
Do
just
you need
gotta
extra
enjoy
assistance
yourself.
down there? Because I've got Argus here with me. He's actually able to help out if you need some, I guess in this case, extra muscle or, well, you know what I mean.
No, they seem to be leaving us alone right now. We are where we were headed to, so I think we're okay.
How many people do you
Sure,
have
that's
down
fine,
there
buddy.
at the moment?
Too many. I believe there's 7 of us right now. We came down with 5.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. The more people you bring down there, the more active the place becomes.
I need to move.
Oh, hi.
Hi. I have 2 questions actually. The first one is doing chargy stuff for today.
Okay, yeah.
Want to do the roll for that, and I also want to put my magic into it. So
Okay, so
I'm gonna fuck
And
myself
it,
up today. Yep, free.
it was
Yeah, no special
And-
circumstances today. Okay, well,
Okay.
2 of those. So 2 plus 1 plus free. I am triggering my flaw today because I feel like it. Yippee! And the follow-up question has nothing to do with that. There's a few people that are contemplating ways to try to artificially create conditions akin to that of elemental spirit shrines. With Maya's background in arcana and artificing in general, so it's kind of like magical structures, and her dealings with spirits in the Undercity and those who know stuff about that, would she have an idea or background on how to potentially create conditions that would allow a structure to serve as a makeshift shrine of a particular element?
Okay. And this is for the whole magic situation, correct?
Yeah, so like to give an specific example, because it's the most pertinent one right now, we're thinking of one that's specifically like for fire, and we might be trying to set it up inside the area with Swayhan's, or whatever his name is, because I can't ever remember it, forge, because they've had a little bit of comfort there too. He's in on it. It's one of the 2 most fire aspected sort of areas there, and it's somewhere that isn't open to the public, so that people could just come up and like be like, fuck your magic, kick it.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I can give you something.
but I'm going to give you a roll to determine like how much, and I'm going to give you circumstance like with general experience. I'd like to,
Yeah.
sort of because I can, but yeah.
Because we can. Anyways,
And
one of my classic rolls, all red. Oh, close enough.
could be worse. Okay, so yeah, so you might need to discuss it with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
But like you're beginning to think of like concepts of possibly creating like an elementally a magically aligned shrine. Yeah, obviously it's going to require materials of the appropriate element.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'll try to get you more information over the week. Not going to be a lot because you only got one success.
Right.
But if you want to discuss it and like make another roll with someone else, feel free to later today as well.
Okay. Yeah, I got some ideas. Cool. All right. Then I'll go through the motions. Everything else, that's all I got. Thank you. All right. Let's give this a little bit of energy for today. May very well need it soon enough. Give it a little bit of extra charge today, and there it is again. Every time with this. Why does this keep happening? Well, at least Angela gives me some goodies to keep in my toy chest. It helps sometimes. The pain goes away, but that lingering feeling does not. Are any of the sisters present?
Yeah, just let me get done with this and then I'll get back with you. It's gonna take a moment.
Of course. I just had a question for you.
You have 5 iron right now. I think the system is bugging out. Oh, do you see it? Good.
I love this one-sided conversation I'm getting.
Thank you. Okay, I'm free to speak.
Right. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's actually two things to ask. The first is, did you have any epiphanies or headway regarding the situation with the seed up here?
No, but I do have some developments down here. The Masara group and them, they went into the cathedral. They said that they were just going down for some resources.
That's not what they told me.
Yeah, well, the door is open and I watched them go in.
They actually invited me along, but other
They
matters
cut
kept
into
me...
an alleyway and I lost track of them, Marcy, sorry.
I cannot tell you necessarily what they were intending to do, but potentially trying to follow up on something that they have potentially come across. I don't know if it has to do with the seed or something adjacent to it, but it's having to do with that Pines doctor and his weird teleporting quirk. Took him somewhere interesting based off the description I heard.
One second. I'll let you know when I can speak again.
Of course.
Okay, I'm free again.
But to give context to that, just because it may potentially be pertinent, apparently the other day, this Pines guy had one of his teleporting incidents, and it brought him somewhere underground that I believe said had large mushrooms akin to those around the necropolis and the area around the seed, but it wasn't the necropolis and it wasn't the area around the garden. So it was somewhere else, potentially down one of those other tunnels deeper down. That might be what they're trying to look for insight on. I'm just afraid of whether or not they come across something they shouldn't in the process.
Well, from what I could tell, they are only looking in the cathedral right now. Though I'm going to get some eyes on it. I'm going to act as if I haven't tended the shrine. And I will say that I noticed the door open while I was down there.
By all means, I know some of the people that are down there, so... They are ones that are useful to me. I just don't want them to find what they shouldn't.
I don't want them taking anything that doesn't belong to them.
Understandable. The other matter, which is entirely unrelated, but may potentially help our situation up here, considering part of our problems is the backlash against spirits being present and everything else that's been coming with it. There's a small group of us up here that are trying to see about making something akin to artificial shrines for some of the elements that we've seen more prevalent around here. I have some ideas of how that might be able to be done, but would I potentially be able to run some of those by you in person sometime to see if we can improve the approach? Because if we calm down things elsewhere, that
I know
might...
the designs of the shrines down here pretty well, so...
It may lessen the difficulties that we have from other sources if it can be reined in a little bit.
Yes.
Might you find time today, or will this be something to potentially revisit later?
Things got really hectic down here. A bunch of fire spirits ended up bursting out, or... the sprites. I think they're tied more to that primordial flame that was being awakened to the fire plane.
Mm-hmm. So, long story short, probably not.
There was something I said I'd get to in the meantime, and also I'm still concerned and trying to keep an eye on this situation down here.
Focus on that, then. We'll see what can be done in the meantime, but I'll potentially reach
I'll
out
also
in
forward
the...
some information overnight.
That would be appreciated. That'll be all, then. Keep an eye on them, make sure they don't do anything stupid.
I'll try my best.
We're okay right now. It's pretty slow going. We're just looking into some of the structures around here. I couldn't really tell you where we were, though. I don't know the area well
I take
enough
it
myself.
they opened the big door.
I will neither confirm nor deny that, considering I'm on hire.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'll sit right here, because I want to sit. I want to change my position. I'll ask Zab if that qualifies. Hey, it's me again. So, not for this immediate episode, because it's something that will be technically happening in between.
Sorry, one sec. A very quick thing. I was waiting for a thing.
Oh, okay. Waiting for the GM dance.
Howdy.
Oh, hi.
Hi, sorry about that.
No, you're good. So not for this episode because it's something that's technically happening in between, but Esper from the Undercity is going to be sending her their information about all the stuff they do for the shrine tending and designs of the ones in the Undercity. Would that qualify for getting an extra source of information for not today, but like basically in between?
I'll say yes. I'll say yes.
Okay.
And I'll count that as a as a remote assist. That was I wasn't ready. I'm sorry.
Wasn't right. It's like, well, that's better than we usually roll.
Yeah. Okay. So
every time we roll, I see so much red. Hey, I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll get you more information over the break, over the week.
Okay.
But after you get the information from Esperine, you think that
it'll
comes
be
to your mind that making a shrine in a place that has weird magic happenings of the same element is not going to make it better.
Okay. Possibly a different approach then. Food to thought. That epiphany comes later.
Yeah, I can also give you at least the base thing that actually maybe not. I'll message you.
Yeah, I was going to say, save it for the message. Yeah. Nothing that needs to be concrete right now. Because this is all epiphanies that are happening later. It's just more preparatory, so it's on screen, recorded. Okay, cool. That's all. Okay. Got that sorted. Apologies, I wasn't listening in on the local comms too closely. What was that about someone running away?
Possible steel wing in the row. They're in the second hand, or what used to be it. They took off their helmet though, and they don't act like a steel wing, but I'm still keeping an eye on them. So is Angela.
Understood.
Sorry, those are the nice fans that are not really for looks.
That's like a bit off style, but I really want to try those just because, like, yeah, I want to get more of those lights going. Like, I just think lights in general are pretty cool.
It's on today, but it's something kind of as creative as his friends, it seems like.
Yeah, he wants Erlen here today.
don't think people come to buy heaters, but 2 heaters. These are a bit of older models, which I don't imagine is too. You care too much about, since it's more just
Not
for
really.
the heat effect.
If I got a jury rig it, that's fine. I can just do whatever with it. If this doesn't work, I'll just find something else anyway. I mean, a lot of it is like kit bashing and testing things out to see what does and doesn't work, so.
Yeah, okay. So those 4 items, the 2 heaters and the 2 RGB fans. Okay. Alright. Altogether, that should be 200 credits.
Okay, where's your ringer up there? Is it just here? You got like a thingy
it's
for it?
just here. This place is pretty old and really needs a renovation, but this is what we got.
Like this pouch is like, it's pleather, right? So I had to have to myself.
Pleather. Okay.
Yeah. But here's my chip. I'll just.
Tip? Did you say tip?
No, I said boop.
Oh, I
think. Put it in.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, if you want a tip, I can give you one. I'll give you like a $50 tip or something if you want it.
I mean,
you're so nice to help me out and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, a tip would be pretty cool of you.
Okay, sure.
To be like super awesome.
There's 50 extra credits just for you, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure how your tipping works. I'm not sure if your boss takes all your tips and then gives it to everybody else, but
Well, I'm a co-owner of this place, so.
Oh, so you're like your own boss. Okay, that's cool.
Sort of, but also in a lot of debt, so.
Oh. Okay, well.
Yeah, this place is expensive.
Yeah, I hope that thing goes. So you got a bag for this? Like, I can carry it myself.
Yeah,
but, like, I
yeah,
got the
well, I
pouches
got
for a
a
reason.
box.
They're not big enough, though.
I don't really got a bag, I got a box.
I can take a box. That's fine.
Hey, we got a lot of boxes. Never mind. I got a box. Maybe that was just a bad box.
Yeah, maybe that would work better. Like that goes with the.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna carry it.
Yeah. Just never let
Phone
go
cross
of it.
comes. What's the update on the row situation?
You got it.
The steel wing?
I might come back into. Okay.
Me and Angela are keeping an eye on him. He seems to be buying a bunch of cosplay-related gear from the secondhand. Bunch of fans, like RGB computer shit.
You got it handled then? You don't need backup?
Don't need backup. We'll update it if I get further information.
Thanks, man. I might come back in the future in case you have more stuff. I'd be interested in getting more parts.
And also talk about us on the social media and talk about how cool Pine and West Robotics is and yeah.
I go by Steelwing Fan 997, so like you might see me. I'll talk about you. I'll give you a link. I'll like link people to you.
Yeah, man. Okay. So see ya.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Bye.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like there's like some folks where.
What are the plans?
tapped it, would it sound like foam?
Yeah. Feel quite close to it, squishes.
Alright, I have quite the collection. Suspicions evaded. But yeah, I'm glad you're finding like cool parts and stuff. Alright.
Yeah, it's great. I really like your outfit, like, you know, fight the power, that sort of thing.
Yes, I have
Holy motherfucker.
a very wide collection. Give me a name, I probably have it in here somewhere.
Holy shit. You get Street Fighter 3 Third Strike?
By the way, Angela, the guy walking around in a green shirt with a briefcase is definitely a good doctor. They're trying to peddle drugs right now. Just thought you should know. They're literally doing it right now in the Fountain Plaza.
Definitely suspicious.
Definitely suspicious, but I felt the wings. They weren't metal. They were literally just PVC.
And I mean, the guy over there looked like they were tapping on them and asking if they're foam.
Yeah, he also removed his helmet, which is typically a big no-no.
Question is,
Probably not
where exactly did they get the references for something so accurate?
I don't know, but they saw the belt and immediately started asking about the wyverns and everything else. They think I'm a fangirl now, but yeah, I guess it
Well,
works.
are you? Are you a fangirl of your own organization?
Always.
Oh my god.
OMG. Oh,
Anyways.
But
Anyway.
he's still just selling video games, right?
Yeah, I got a video game. 10 credits.
Okay.
That was a video game? That looked like
As long as you
think they may have caught on that we know what they're doing. So they're putting up a front.
putting up a front. Did they put anything in?
It was a gang. They call themselves the
Marceline
PVC
Titus.
wings. I don't know.
Was it a physical cartridge that they sold then in that case?
Oh yeah, physical cartridge. Street Fighter 3, Third Strike, classic fucking game.
Just a check, because the people in green lately have been selling drugs and stuff. Is it? Is there a way to like open that up and like check to see if they just stuffed that with drugs?
I don't have a screwdriver on me. Unless you want me to use my fingernails.
Probably want to use tools, especially if you don't want to actually damage it if it is authentic. It's just I've grown very aware of the fact that most of the people walking around that are wearing green and eager to sell you a wide variety of things, you name it, we got it, usually are trying to sell harmful things, not video games, and that doesn't exactly seem. The way they approached you seemed a little bit suspicious, not gonna lie.
To be fair, I probably could have just downloaded the fucking game on an emulator.
Piracy is always the right answer. Anyways.
Always. But the collector's item, it's
I mean, I get it. I would just say, before you put that into anything that you like, I'd probably just check it, just make sure that they didn't stuff it into anything, and that wasn't just their cover to try to sell you whatever the good doctor's been trying to peddle lately.
Oh, okay.
It would be I was going to say, you don't have to. It's just my personal recommendation. Better safe than sorry. Anyways, you were saying?
Been hectic up here. We have somebody currently waiting to be transferred in the holding cell that filled the clinic's door panels with nails. Like from a nail gun.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-huh.
Then there was... For now, till we know more, a cosplayer. And then, of course, you know, the obvious, green jackets.
Yeah, the, not so subtle, maybe I'm just paranoid, but that seemed really obvious to me. Where'd Marceline go off to? Actually, she was responding to Unity, right?
Being irresponsible, I'm trying to pick it.
The rest of them.
Oh.
Just try to see if
Could just like pump it into the arm like that.
new customers.
It tends to come out like that, and then just straighten it out, brings it back in.
Definitely a schematic I've seen before. It's Theris's work after all.
Sure. They also added claws. These are fun.
You know, we do repairs.
I've done that for Titus.
Repairs, but we also do
Oh,
repairs on
sweet.
General Tech.
Nice.
Hi.
Nice prosthetics.
And chips.
High impact rod, nice springy, spring still, rebound coil. Good for running.
It lets me, yeah, it helps me with speed, and I can get a good, like, 5 seconds of really good speed out of it, but mostly it's for
Maybe you
this.
should check out this
Hey!
I shouldn't jump here.
This is exactly why I work with her. Prosthetics and the cybernetics interest me.
What do you think of it? What do you
because
think
I'm
of
a
his
doctor.
jacket? I think you
I got
like it.
stuck on a book that was really good. I almost didn't left home.
Love the jacket.
Turn around.
I don't blame you.
Mood.
1 second.
I want to look at your back.
Oh, fuck yeah, concrete.
Yeah, of course.
I love that. That gives me joy in so many ways. For very personal reasons.
Personal reasons.
Hi, Unity.
Now if you'll excuse me, I'm
Cross columns, all involved parties have made it out. No casualties.
No, I in preparation to jump to show off the cybernetics.
10-4. Glad you guys made it out safe.
Tensed the coil. However, I looked up.
Once you make it back up to the row, I have a little bit of information. Nothing big, nothing important.
Alright, okay, bye.
I also have some things to talk about on both of my endeavors for today.
Hello,
Gotta say, I love
Little
that
pink
she has-
Blorbo.
She has somebody that's recently started, their current program.
Who's the Blorbo?
It's nice to see someone else.
Hi. I'm good.
I never worked
No.
per se, but I did
Stop looking at me like that.
the university. And just, you know,
I will not.
Got radicalized after a bit, so.
Avalon trained doctor.
The urge to just become a cataclysmic, inhaling vacuum creature that can just absorb anything.
I was under contract with them still.
Oh. Well, glad you figured it out. Congratulations.
Callback bang.
Throw you a party.
Well, when
Call
your
back
med
thing.
school is keeping you bound by ball and chain.
Call back.
When we managed to pay out my contract. And,
I'm not doing it, no.
The whole planetary push down happened.
First, Eager
with the
Beaver.
with the people in the upper
Let me in, let me in, let me in,
Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in, let me.
Opportunity to take that little piece of paper, walk up the.
Is there a gas leak today? What the fuck are you all talking about?
I'm done.
You had to be there.
Clearly.
And now I've got my own clinic, just at the back of the alley.
Hello, Uzi.
Nice.
You've been doing good running out of the back, like out of it?
They showed me something. Okay so far. Nothing like huge, no mega profit,
snuck
but
upon.
it still pays the bills.
Alright. Well, that's all that you needed to do. If anything ever breaks down, or
Sneaking
like,
away.
you need like somebody to work with, like gadgets.
They're freaks. All of them are freaks.
I will do it as a fun project on the side, don't you tempt me.
I've repaired that one a couple of times.
I will do it.
I also do meditation for mostly for cyborgs and things who work on.
Angela cross comms. I'm gonna send Ashlyn up to the row for medical attention.
Heard, prepping my mech bay now.
Again? We gotta stop meeting like this.
Advertising. I could explain I always got these from you. And someone said something about I need to go everywhere. Everything's exploding. I need there's a bunch of things. I have a gaggle of
Do you know how to fire a shotgun?
newborn synths to make sure nothing bad happens to. But it was
Speaking of, I came
this seems like a long pistol.
That's a shotgun.
Probably still has the same kick. But don't aim it at anyone that you want to hit. Or not hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Might as well wait for them here.
Exactly.
So I'd love to hear the actual story of what went on down there, because, you know,
Does it get any worse? Probably give me a reason to.
confidentiality over the radio. Man. Confidentiality. I'm Titus. I'm on the job.
Is it like a show or? No, I was kind of out in the wasteland. I only kind of got here about like I think 2 weeks now, I guess now, if anything. So it's kind of
By the way, I've already taken care of it, but just for your knowledge, it happened again. Backlashing after magic.
You need another stim?
I'll manage if it happens again. I used the one I kept in storage. It helps with the immediate pain, but I feel like there's probably something happening that's not helping with at all.
Alright, well, if you stop on in storage, I'll just keep this one here for an emergency then.
Yeah. But yeah, I got some insight on both the brownout situation and where it may be coming from. And I've gotten, well, I've made my deal to potentially get us a account on that fencing site with enough history that it will not be an immediate red flag for the kind of sting we're trying to do.
That's good.
I don't have it right this second, and it's probably going to... It's more of a favor, and it's probably going to become a job that requires Wyvern involvement, but... considering our use case for it, it's basically our business anyway, so it's effectively us paying for something that can't be paid for in credits. I'm sure that Titus will understand when I explain it, but presently I think this is the best way we're going to get it without necessarily trying to fake history on somewhere that's already difficult enough to work with.
real quick as well, what can you tell me about Ashlyn's new body? I haven't had an opportunity to do anything medical for a little
So
while with her.
they used Oni genetics for her. Pretty hardy, all things considered. I don't think there's anything particularly special. Most of her weird quirks are more on the magical end, and that's not something your equipment is really rated to assess or deal with.
I'll ask her as well, but do you know if any specialty healing is required?
I don't think so. I haven't had to be around when she's getting treated. I just know that she gets loopy if she's had to cast her magic at all. And the more she's had to, the more severe it is.
Just if that's part of the case, I might prescribe her something to raise her blood pressure.
Yeah.
I wasn't very good at the coding stuff, so I ended up learning more about.
Do you think any of this stuff
I
is...
wish I knew more about magic.
This isn't physical. Darn, I want to sit on top of it. I just want to, I want to lurk. I could lurk up there. Don't mind me. No, I want to lurk. I'm lurking. Well, this isn't physical either. Fuck. I can't have shit!
Right up there's physical.
Yeah, but there's a ladder to that. It's not as cool versus something...
The ladder doesn't really work that well. There's a bit of a trick rung at the top, and it throws you off. Watch.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess. It's just no one can see me up here, and so I don't feel as cool.
Fair enough.
Whatever, it's my lurking. I'm gonna lurk up here until they come up here, and then I'm gonna talk about stuff. I mean, I can give you a preview if you want of the other thing, because the most likely explanation is exactly the one it was, but as for specific background, that's not really. So, these brownouts seem to be coinciding with something that's happening down in those tunnels, the ones that got cleared out mysteriously, partially cleared out by those who were not actually contracted to be doing that work. And it seems that those power spikes might be associated with some kind of... There's apparently a large water treatment facility down in those tunnel networks down there. And there's an entire possibility that something going on in there from who knows who is the culprit for the sudden spikes of usage. But we won't really be able to know for sure until we have ways to get through there ourselves. And presently that kind of requires us to either wait for the GU to finish the work or for this unknown third party to continue the work, because people did not... I don't know how much was figured out about who did all of that. Because the GU...
Unfortunately, I don't know if they tried to turn anything up either.
Yeah. I think I overheard some people talking about that might have been potentially gang-affiliated activity, but that was just hearsay from a distance, and I couldn't confirm who actually said it, so I can't reliably turn to that information to verify it for myself.
I thought last year was strange.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be.
At least these are new faces and not the faces we've dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
Considering one of them would be very less than pleasant to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My feelings exactly. Do you need any more steroids currently, or are you good stocked up on those?
Nothing I'm immediately using right now. The catalyst is currently overcharged for any use of it, and I haven't exactly found anything that, unless, did any of us ever get a chance to be able to talk with Pine about that incident that he experienced the other day?
No, unfortunately not. I know Titus was gonna try. I don't know if he actually got around to him.
I'm wondering if we could potentially try to get our way down there with the approximate knowledge of where they went using the anchor.
What if combined what's going on with the professor with your thing?
That's what I was just saying.
Oh, okay, I got confused. I didn't know if that's what you were suggesting.
Well, I don't think trying to hook it into whatever is wrong with him is just asking for something to go awry. His thing is uncontrolled. I do not need to add more uncertainty and lack of control into it. I just need to know where approximately he probably went, and if there's a way to hone in on that specific location without actually having direct access to it.
Almost forgot. Doors are open when you two get here, by the way.
Ah.
Yeah, almost forgot to tell them.
But, it's either that or try to see if there's a way to better investigate the tunnel situation, but the problem is that there's so many eyes on that it'd be hard to do that unnoticed, so...
It's like everybody here has ADHD the moment a new shiny comes into play.
Well, to be fair, this is the first problem or mystery in a while that has not involved some kind of magical or spiritual phenomena. So it's a lot of people that have been unable to do anything about the weird happenings lately finally having something they can contribute to. I'm not surprised that it got swarmed, because anyone can help look into a mysteriously opened up tunnel system.
I just hope someone doesn't do something that gets them hurt.
Why? Keeps you in business.
It does. But it's the ultimate irony of being a doctor. As much as it keeps me in business, I hope you don't get hurt.
I feel like you should just say you should hope for them to not get killed. That's the most you're going to get out of these crazy fucks.
That's the most I'm gonna get out of any of us, including myself. Am I wrong?
Bingo. Unless you need to have another skydiving adventure.
Please no, not again. That hurts.
I'm just
Yes,
saying.
absorbed most of the impact, but it still gave me one hell of a Charlie horse, along with the bone.
I'm just saying. The most helpful things that we've ever dealt with have very rarely been the kind of things that avoid getting hurt, so you kind of have to just settle for don't get killed and accept the fact that you're getting business. And if not, I mean, I can always give you more business. I have my ways.
Oh, hello, wife.
Hello.
Hello, not wife.
Hello. Hi.
Second one. Sorry, can't make that joke.
I am just waiting on your. I'm just waiting on your sister to come in for some treatment.
I don't know, we really gotta stop meeting like this, though. Every time, it seems like it's like 50-50 on, are they coming up to just chat for 5 minutes, or are they coming up because they're bleeding?
Yeah.
¿Por qué no los dos? Why not
Seriously.
both?
I know what it means.
Wyvern local tied us back on row with a wounded Ashlyn.
Well, that's her. Hey,
Medical ready to receive.
let's see.
What will I owe you for this, by the way?
Your soul?
I'll be personally shoplifting.
If you can find it, then all yours.
I'm not interested in a soul, my boy. Those are a dime a dozen. As fucked as that is to say.
We have corporations spanning the galaxy, yeah.
Yeah. Happens.
Wonder what they taste like.
Souls?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Wonder if it'd be like Gebsy.
Moon blooms and the
Bubbly.
feather leaves.
Depends on the person. Maybe different people have different flavors.
I don't know. Never
I
tried.
like to think I taste like
We got
barbecue
spares?
chips.
Sorry?
Or do you got? Do we have any spares? Or you got them, or did they get put in here and get vacuumed?
Vacuumed. Right.
Okay. I remember how much we had. Awesome.
What you making?
Oh, you know.
I don't. That's your shtick, not mine. That's why I
It is
asked.
my shtick. I know. Alright, and...
So you're going to continue being a brat, or are you going to tell me?
A brat? I'm working on the same thing I worked on for Titus yesterday.
Which was?
To see tech invisibility.
Ooh.
And... there we go.
Doesn't work against mine.
Am I gonna get knocked out?
Nah, you shouldn't have to get knocked out. If you want to sit up on the chair, I can get that suited up for you.
You might want to find something to bite down on. It's going to hurt.
I sat through my arms getting sawed off yesterday. I think I can handle this.
You want the strap anyway?
I think I'll take getting stabbed again.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, did she cast her magic again?
No, I almost died.
There you go.
You gotta stop doing that.
On just in case.
How bad is it?
Which eye would you prefer this to be in?
Did you? Was it going for resources, or were you looking for something?
You're gonna have to talk to Ashlyn about that. It's not my job to divulge.
I am essentially one shot away from being a critical.
So sorry if this hurts.
Good. What'd you pick up?
Oh, okay.
It looks like a...
Reliable. Consistent.
Ooh.
That's the most important part. You gotta like how it feels.
So, how'd it go?
I'm gonna have to do some operating. You should be able to do some.
Oh, God.
I don't know how much you got.
Oh, God. Necropolis was angry today.
I should ask, do stims work on you?
I don't know.
Reference point for that.
Well, we can give it a try.
We just have it listed as I need to be in an actual healing facility to receive healing. I don't think we.
Well, this is a
knock it down
facility.
to specifics. I know. Apparently, so is the orbs.
The orb.
Let's try. Can you help with that plunger real quick?
Now, purposes for specifically these purposes, I keep.
So, what exactly were you going down in there for again?
Information.
Whatever
On.
that doesn't help take care of, I will start working to heal you.
Yes, please.
This, it should go invisible. Tell me if you can see this.
On?
You are in really bad shape.
You know, the things that were happening in the row here.
I gave her a stim to heal off what I could. I'm going to
The weird
use one of my
mushrooms that are growing on that zombie body.
To help with this. There's my major edge as well as I have medical.
Yeah, I can make that work.
Okay, so I believe was your edge
Precision focus, one extra
Okay, so was it a
circumstance.
circumstance or was it just did it just state circumstance?
Plus 1 to circumstance die.
If you need
Circumstance does not
Come
overlap
on,
with
if you are
Okay.
a mercenary looking to do security work, or you're a
I've never seen the necropolis
You
that
are
angry.
really
now
nasty
I have
shape,
a
girl.
job for you.
It's probably because of how many people you had with you.
If you're a mercenary looking to do
Head this way.
security work, or as a mechanic.
Here, you've got a micro abrasion here on your face. I'm gonna try to heal that up so it doesn't scar. And then, hold on.
These jellyfish suck
Gee.
ass.
Hi, how's it going?
Nasty wound right here. Give me a moment.
Hmm.
Yeah, jellyfish, small zombies, large zombies, the one that explodes.
The tiny ones, yep.
No, not even the tiny ones. There's
Oh, they have-
the tiny little mushrooms.
Oh, was it
And there's the big one.
blobby looking fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Had like 3 or 4 of those.
I've been on Union Heights for a bit.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I've been wanting to use these.
But did you find what you wanted, or?
This debris stayed down there.
I think Zach got a book that might help.
Damage control with the grove. They are not happy.
I've got something special for you today, girl. These are needleless and stringless sutures. I use a medical adhesive on both sides, and then I pull this tab.
Now, I'm not saying that you did, but I heard from somebody from far that they thought that it was just a resource run, not going into the necropolis, so they might be mad about that.
There was a discussion. They went in after us.
No, it came up. We went like up the mine shaft to leave.
Oh yeah,
We were in
and the Bone Strider came all the way up to the top.
Is that what that area is? We were in that area, and it came up all the way up, and we had to shoot it back.
Yeah, you really fucked up down there, then. If they got that angry.
So there
Yeah, I got real angry.
But again, from what I'm hearing, there's been enough activity. There's enough comings and goings of people.
Yeah, it's not really something that they.
Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go talk to Titus.
For what it has, that this was inevitable. It was going to happen one way or another. But they're blaming us for that.
Oh my goodness.
At least one of them was. We'll see what the actual council says by the end of things, because they are handling it.
There was about, I don't know, maybe
Esprit and Silica.
15 to 25 small zombies, maybe.
Yeah, probably the worst possible people for that discussion.
9 of the larger zombies, the bug, the big bulky ones. Then there was a bunch of the.
So, would you like the details about the whole tunnel thing now or later?
We don't have a lot of later left, so now works.
Well, I mean later as in while you're trying to take your beauty rest, but anyways, so the so that the collapsed tunnels down there. It seems overnight some clearing activity to clear some of the way down there has been done. GU is supposed to be contracted to do that. This wasn't done by the GU. It's an unknown third party, so the material that's sitting down there is not theirs.
And they broke curfew to do it, presumably, because otherwise anybody and their mother would have heard fucking excavating equipment running.
Precisely, and
Also, I got them a gun. They like that one.
I see
so.
that.
Before moving into the main chassis, I want Seren to think that this chassis is on.
You want to fake your death? Yeah, we can do that.
not the first time we've done that.
We can do that. I know a guy. I'll talk to him, and he'll approach you probably tomorrow and work something out with you.
Not the first time we've faked a death.
Yeah. So
There's a lot of people recently that have been attacking synthetics, so it's easy to pin the blame on that.
Are you water resistant by chance?
No.
Okay. He'll talk to you. We'll figure something out.
what will most likely happen is have that conversation with whoever. We'll transfer them to the actual new body, and I'll put one of the more simpler bunk AIs in there. One of the just regular neural networks.
Enough
The
to
ones that
articulate
just have simple
everything.
commands. Yeah. Set it to just walk down alley, get
Yeah.
bodied. Just to let you know, by the way, we did have a few things. That person.
Can I?
Ryan.
I was gonna say, can I finish what I was doing before we add more information onto it? Yeah, we kind of interrupted me.
My bad, dog. My bad.
Okay, so definitely after the curfew, potentially gang activity related. I heard some whisperings from afar, couldn't follow up with who actually said it, but this does tie into the brownout situation that was being looked into because they were able to get that information from the bank, it seems, and the timing of these power spikes seems to be coinciding with some kind of draw from, I believe they said, some kind of large water purification plant that's below the streets in that general vicinity. And that equipment that's being used out there potentially could be the reason for that overdraw that's overstraining the grid. But no one knows who it's immediately associated with, which means that it could be that there's activities going on down there that people aren't aware of because the way hasn't been cleared up yet. There might be a back way into all that stuff. But we'll probably get more information about all this if that path gets cleared, either through official or unofficial channels. Because it clearly leads to some old infrastructure that may still potentially be in use by somebody. Also, the meeting with the person I was going to talk to may have yielded fruit. They may be willing to help attain an account with history, but it will probably cost a bit of a job that may involve the wyverns in general, but considering it's for our, I don't know, but it's work with Roger, so you know.
I'm starving for work. Win-win.
He'll
I'm
talk.
really glad I went today on this necropolis run.
He'll speak with me.
Surprisingly fun.
He'll catch up with me in probably the coming days or so. It may not be something ready immediately tomorrow, but you said time frame of a couple days anyways. But whatever job comes up will probably be something where it'll come through me, but it's wyverns associated. But since it's benefiting the sting, I think it's ultimately worthwhile to
talk to him. This or
Yeah.
He knows who it is either way, so...
yeah. Well,
I
mean, if we're Wyvern affiliated, is that above board or below board?
It's probably going to be brought through more of an official channel than the unofficial, so... Consider since I told him the scope of what it is that we're trying to make look legitimate, I kind of needed to emphasize how important it was that it needed to have that level of history to back it up. And seeing as he knows my connections and he knows who I am in all capacities, it really didn't matter who I talked to him as. In what capacity.
Okay. Just a friendly little reminder, we all might be clued in with each other, but that does not mean that all of us are. I don't know where our newest members stand on all that, so just be careful.
Right. But yeah. Expect some more information about the favor in probably a bit of time, and we should have our honeypot ready.
I can't say who, out of obviously their own privacy, but by alias of Rook is a friend of ours.
10-4.
Been a while since Okay. Been a while since I've heard that referred to, because I knew a different one a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember him, yeah.
Yeah, just,
I'm assuming not the same.
Well, I don't know if they want to make themselves known or not, but we had a discussion, and I told them that they have friends in that place.
Okay. But
I've been
yeah.
on my feet all day. This foldable chair feels nice.
But yeah.
Bet it does.
Just want you to know, we'll be getting it as Wyvern's work, so expect something soon, but it'll be a favor for him, since he may have to potentially use a card of his, and I told him that, fuck, make me one of your cards, and I'm bored as it is. I need, considering how much people jumped on, there was like 20 people down in the tunnels wanting to look into that stuff, and it's barely, like, there's a dark room, but you can barely go in there because it's still collapsed in there, but they were thirsty for something that wasn't magic to look into for a change. I don't blame them. Either way. That's the situation.
This whole process.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm done now. Your turn.
Well, first off, me.
Yes.
Ashlyn is way too injured to actually go back up. So either they're gonna stay here or at our apartment. Whichever one you prefer.
Fuck, I hate that bitch though! Of course she can stay.
Okay.
Damn, that's your wife's sister you're talking about. That's fucked up.
Debrief about today. So, the Steel Wing, or the supposed Steel Wing, dude's name is Brian.
Okay.
When I actually walked up, he pulled off his helmet to eat a burger, was having a full conversation about how he loves the Wyverns and the Steel Wings.
Dude might be a LARPer.
Literally looking for cosplay conventions in row 24 and 12. And I felt the wings that he had, they're PVC pipe.
And apparently the armor might be foam. However, the references are uncannily accurate, which makes me wonder how they got that kind of detail.
PVC, but it's way too accurate.
It's not too difficult to at least make some sort of
armor that looks like that from material, but it very clearly doesn't hold up.
The wings don't move in silence, and they've already taken over multiple sub-districts of other rows. That's where, like, the bulls and the anglers, they got pushed out of their home rows by the steel wings.
Yeah.
So it's easy enough to just run into them and have a conversation with them. If you're not a threat, they don't treat you like one. But that's the problem.
What the fuck is happening over here?
And they get a bunch of
I gave him a flavor stick. First time.
They have a port for a flavor stick on Sweepos?
He's claiming to be our backup, but Central told us that backup had yet to arrive, and we had communications issues. No, and I told them don't trust him.
How you feeling, buddy?
That's what they do. They use underhanded tactics, and they get close to people to try and spread that morale. So this cosplayer of yours, he was a fan of us, he was a fan of...
Yeah, buddy, it's gonna be a long night for you.
If you like the rings, you like insurrectionist traitors to our cause. That's the kind of narrative that they counteract.
Okay. And I don't know if we'd want a doctor or if we'd just be... I think we might be handed some stims, but...
In any case, the doctor might be given
Sweepo. Not again!
I got it.
Get it out of here, please. I don't want to cut it in half again.
I'm just gonna drop some crumbs. I'm just gonna lead him out. Like, look, come, Sweepo, come here, come get the mess, come get the mess, Sweepo. Come on, look, someone's been eating cookies. Someone's been eating cookies, and they're making a huge mess. You gotta come on, you gotta come clean it up. Oh, you're doing so good. You're doing so good. Fantastic.
Okay.
He's a good boy.
Why does this keep happening? Why did it keep trying to go in there?
Maybe it's because you should sweep more.
Okay.
I don't own the place! I just have the door cause you hate me! You hate me so much!
Specifically for security detail and mechanics. That's the idea going in. I don't have any objection to them joining in. It's just like the specification.
Every time I turn around, I swear that thing's going to be like following me, trying to engulf me. I'm gonna fucking die to a Sweepo. Of all the ways I could have gone, swept.